to do with that.
Ah.
In progress. Get it right.
Yeah, it used to be in session, didn't it?
I don't know. I'm not going to contradict you.
Okay. Smug face.
Smug face. That should be the name of the episode, Smug Face. Right. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be expecting Joe shortly, hopefully. All right, so Charlie, Belladonna, you're in the earth. You wake up with Randy, and he's a cold, wet corpse right now in your arms in the earth.
He's wet.
Well, the dampness of the earth has seeped into his skin.
Delicious.
Yeah. You can smell the earth. You could just feel an earthworm sliding across the side of your face.
I'm not sure if I should probably feel comfortable with that. Would have done it quite often, but I will pop up.
Okay.
And I will whoosh. Here I am. Did he sleep with his clothes on? Is he still afraid?
He did sleep with his clothes on.
Okay, sweet. Then I probably would have done the same. And I will
shake off the dirt.
Yeah, shake off the dirt and then meditate till he gets up.
Right. So you sit down in like a dragon asana or something like that, or
some sort of
right.
yoga BS. I don't know.
Okay, so you're in an asana and you're sitting there meditating for a little while. Okay, so we can say safely that 15 minutes will pass going on like that, right? And of course, you're a little bit hungrier than you were when you went to bed, or are you? I don't know. Are you sharing blood? Welcome, Joe.
Blue.
So was it a yay or a nay on that, Charlie?
I guess it depends on if he would be cool with that.
Is he cool with that?
He's got he's got really low self-control anyway.
He does have a pretty low self-control.
It's hard to say because I imagine after the first taste you kind of want more.
Right.
And it's like the passion.
The passion.
Kind of just you kind of drown in it.
Telling me there's no matches for this NPC. Lies.
I think you said it was like one dice last time. It was really dismal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, but I better check.
Okay.
Better check.
Okay.
But the virtues. Yep, you're right. One dice. Oops, that's a 3.
I guess we're making this official.
Yeah. Randy's alley.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're sort of sitting there waiting for Randy to wake up. Meanwhile, Barry, what's your name? Chase, you wake up and you can smell earth and you can smell wood and you can smell varnish and you can smell dust.
Oh, excellent.
And you feel the sensation of a small furry animal kind of crawling over your feet.
What the hell? I have a look.
Can you see in the dark?
I try to have a look. I got a heightened senses.
Okay, heightened senses is good enough. You can see these through the floorboards. There's a very tiny couple of shafts of light coming through the floorboards between the cracks. And you can just make out a fairly big rat. It's not like supernaturally big. It's just a rat, but it's sitting there in the box. And you notice there's a hole in the bottom of the box where it might have well bored its way through. Yes.
Man, I can't even get a day's sleep. And I've got you? Really? Okay.
Indeed.
How about you just move down there a bit while I try to get out? Yep. Now, no, don't look at me in that pathetic manner. That's not going to help. I'm still getting out of this box.
Right. Now, you are aware that the lid has been nailed down, but the floorboard has been nailed down, but you know that the nails are not put in so hard that you couldn't just basically push them off with a bit of work.
Do that. I do that.
Okay, fair enough. Right, you push the floorboards open. They pop open without too much trouble, and you're in a storeroom surrounded by saddles and leather and bridles and bits and harness and all of this type of stuff hanging from the walls on hooks.
Just my luck. It's the only horsing around I'll be doing. Okay. He walks out.
Chase is a dad.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so you come out and you walk out into the space, the office itself, basically, where people come to book, horse treks and stuff like that. And there's all these paintings and pictures of horses around, and suddenly you realize there's a female figure sitting on a chair, and she suddenly looks up at you, and before you realize it, she's standing in front of you with a gun. She looks like she is Hispanic. She's got long black hair. It's woven into various forms, which I can't describe.
Hands up and whoa. I'm
Who are you? Who the fuck are you? What are you doing in here?
Terrace said I could sleep here.
Terrace, oh, that fucker.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Chase. My name's Chase Hamilton.
I don't know who you are. Are you from Chicago? You don't sound like it.
I'm new in the city. Like three days, So yes.
Who else do you know? Are you from our clan?
No. Though
that fucker.
State, I wish I was. But fate being what it is. But I do know Belladonna.
You know Bella?
Yes. She's out there somewhere in the ground, or maybe out of it by now. Who knows? But I swear.
Well, perhaps we should go outside and see for ourselves then. Come on, outside.
Yeah.
Open the door carefully. Keep your hands where I can see them.
You really don't need that gun,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
Open the door up. And you look outside and you scan around, and after a moment you see Belladonna sitting on a tuft of ground over where, yes, on a tuft of ground.
Bella?
Bella, you've got your eyes closed, you're meditating. In the distance, you vaguely hear the sound of a door open, but you're in your bliss right now.
Not listening, just
Bella, whatever you're doing, don't do it anymore, because someone's pointing a gun at me.
I will turn around.
All right, you see
You're
these two.
ruining my peaceful time.
I'm sorry, but someone's holding a piece on me.
So you know this one, do you? Says Rosa.
Rosa?
Mm.
Hey. Yeah, I do. You can shoot him another time.
What?
All right, well.
I think tonight's, just cool it for now.
Listen, we need some kind of a system. If you're going to let people stay in the fucking office, you need to tell me somehow, maybe some kind of, move the jar upside down on the desk or something like that, so I know.
I thought Jackie had that handled. Sorry.
Jackie.
You want to tell him off? He's somewhere down here.
Jackie is here too. Oh my God. What about Terrace? Is he here?
Is he here?
You don't know.
I know.
For sure Randy's here.
I don't know about I don't know about Terrace. Sorry.
Okay, well, you tell him I'm here and I want to talk to him.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I put my hands down now?
Put your hands down. Who? What? So, yeah. All right. Who is he anyway? This one.
Oh, he's a new member of our coterie.
Your coterie. Oh, this is a place for coterie business now, not just clan business. Anyone can see wanders off. You can hear her mumbling and muttering.
I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
Oh, and when she gets to the door, she turns around and she goes, and it's your turn to check on Doyle. And she closes the door. Boom.
Okay. I will wait till Randy gets up before I do. Do I know how long it's going to take for Randy to pop up?
How long is it going to take for Randy to pop up? Pop up Randy. It's like a check in the box. Randy is going to be, I'm assuming it's going to be a little while. Yeah, Randy's going to be a little while.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm sorry for ruining your meditation. I'll just go and sit over there.
Oh, it's fine. I'll just send Randy a text. Hopefully he gets it. We'll see. Just saying that I've gone to check Doyle.
Okay.
If that's
and you vaguely hear somewhere in the ground. Bzz, 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 bzz.
Yo.
All right. Meanwhile, Lawrence,
Awesome.
you are at the Coterie, at the Chantry, the Chantry house.
Yep.
And you wake up in your room, laying on your bed, I assume. Do you have a box or a bed, do you think? Could be a box.
I don't think he's resorted to a coffin just yet, or a box. So he'll just wake up and go, "Oh, glad I'm not getting assaulted when I wake up immediately today."
That's always good, isn't it? Yeah.
No. Yeah. A bed,
okay.
I think.
All right. So you wake up in a bed, and you happen to know. You can see underneath the door, the crack of the door, there's a light on, the yellow light sort of pouring underneath the door. And you see two shadows, like the shadows of feet, standing outside the door.
Do they just stand there, or do they knock on the door?
They're just standing there. This is basically because they don't know that you've woken up.
Right. I'll get adequately dressed and in less than 2 minutes, because I'm able to do that as a man.
Yep.
And check the door.
Right.
The door.
And fortunately, there's no body odor that erupts from vampires. So, it's relatively easy to stay clean too, unless you actually spill blood all over yourself, in which case it's a pain in the ass, I expect.
Pants on, shirts on.
All right. Pants on, shirts on. Very good. So you go about this. Double checking on. Now I know the answer to that question. 1 moment, please. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So you pants on, shirts on, and you open the door, I assume.
Yeah, just a crack, just to see who it is.
You see Ericto standing.
I'll pull the door open wider and say hello.
Good evening. She steps into your room. I see you sleep late, young one.
I have been studying hard, so.
It has been my observation that vampires that sleep later and later slowly devolve into beasts. Be careful.
What time is it right now?
For you, it's about probably 7:30.
What time do I usually wake up?
Same time.
Oh.
Okay. You haven't lost any humanity, have you? I don't remember.
Oh, that's why I was confused. Oh, I didn't think I had slept in that late.
Well, what you might realize is that, in fact, make an intelligence check. Intelligence and investigation. First roll of the night.
Here we go. And boom, boom, boom.
Two successes. You realize that Erecto obviously gets up before you.
Right.
So there's that. So there's that. Also, the wind is blowing. That's my new go-to if you make a perception check, and it's really not good enough to find out what I was hoping to tell you. All right, so she walks into your room and she looks around and she takes a book off the shelf. 777. This is good.
An interesting read.
Yes, the discussion on numerology contained therein is it's fundamental to your studies.
I'll be honest, it's been difficult picking it up from the start, but
perhaps you should begin with the Book of Thoth. It's more self-explanatory. It will explain the history of Taro too.
I'll look into it.
Taro, she says, is a gateway for many of the esoteric studies that you will learn here. It doesn't seem like much at first, but Taro is not a mere fortune-telling device. It is in fact the key to the entire tree of life and the Kabbalah, and will unlock all number of mysteries to your mind, your psyche, and to the universe. But we can talk more on that later. Have you had any breakthroughs on your mission?
After the Vosht that we encountered,
Yes.
He explains what happened because I have forgotten briefly.
Briefly?
What do we do? We just went to, we saw Prince Loden. We visited Prince Loden.
See.
Reported what we found.
What was his demeanor?
Rather calm.
Interesting. Interesting. Very well.
Just pensive.
Pensive.
But yeah.
I see.
But he gave us the night off, so we went to the cave.
I see. Yes, I know the cave. It's in the loop. It's run by a Malkavian named Horace Turnbull.
That's right. And yeah, I left the rest of the members there and came back.
I see. And you finished your studies then?
From what I was able to achieve, I think I might have gotten somewhere, and he will try and perform his thaumaturgy path.
All right, let's do a
Show
roll.
off his working.
Give me a roll.
What do I roll here?
Whatever the system is for the thaumaturgy path that you're using.
What is it? Where is it? Perception? No. It just happens.
It just happens. Okay,
You
cool.
spend a blood point.
Do you spend a blood point? That makes
I guess
sense.
so.
And then it should be a willpower roll against the difficulty of the powers level +3. Oh, that's if you're doing it from a path, which I assume is what you're doing. Otherwise, yeah, it's got its own separate ones. You're welcome. I'll go back to being silent now.
The text doesn't say
smug face.
what to roll for. It just says I am able to do it unless I'm
cool
trying to damage with it.
All right, which one is it? Is this path of you're keeping this to yourself right now?
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
So
well, we'll say it happens then. And
the second level, yeah.
All right, so you spend some time with the Recto and she tests you on it. She adjusts your technique a little bit and helps you with it. You may or may not even agree with what she says. And in some ways you think that your own technique might be better, but because she's talking about it from her own point of view, you know, everyone does their art personally and differently.
Is she able to do this path? Or is she
Yes.
following a different one?
She has a number of paths up her sleeve.
Right.
So yeah. And she's very impressed, and she says, "That is most excellent, Lawrence. I'm going to have to. I will pass you for this current grade, and I shall inform the premonstrator of the temple that you have achieved this thing. Then we shall do an official examination of your knowledges, skills. When you're ready, I will give you the relevant information, and we shall set up a time for this official test. There will be a written test. You will need to perform several banishings, and we will then probably initiate you into the next level of your studies.
What does that entail?
Well, that will entail a ritual involving several members of the clan. But you don't need to ask too many questions. Consider it to be like you are familiar with movies. Yes, you watch movies and television and plays and read books. Well, when you study, when you read a book or watch a movie, you don't want to be given the spoilers for the ending.
I suppose.
So it's better not to know. I don't want to ruin the experience for you.
So when will this test be?
It will be within a couple of weeks, I should think. Perhaps
Okay.
2 weeks. I will try and fit it in as soon as possible. If it can be any earlier, in fact, I think I will keep it at 2 weeks. I want you to, I do want you to pass this. It's important to me. So I will try and give you as much lead up time as possible. I know that Nikolai may well move swiftly once he hears of it. So I'll try to give you as much lead up time as possible. In the meantime, she goes, do you have your list? These are the books you should study. This is the information you need to have.
It's a new list.
No, it's the same list as what you've been reading.
Oh yeah.
And she says, these are the books that you need to study. Memorize all the first 20 tables here from 777. You need to know this off by heart. The Hebrew, the Greek, the Tarot, the God forms, the mudras, all of these. Afterwards, we shall begin into a study of Enochian, but that will be further down the track. And
The language of the angels.
I shall ask you to avoid studying it too far at this point. You need to understand how to protect yourself. The Enochian angels, we think of them as angels, but they are much, much more than angels. They are like, in modern terms, they're more like what people would think of as aliens from another dimension.
Right.
Their intelligences are so alien to us, and they are so vastly more powerful than anything we have access to.
So
The work that Dr. D and his scribe, Edward Kelly, did back in the employ of the Queen of England 500 odd years past, that work has set the foundations for a great communication with these entities. We believe that at the time, Cain might have, in fact, had some involvement with these guardians, angels, some call them wardens. In any case, there is in the texts a place named Enoch. Some say that the antediluvians found their way there after they disappeared when the flood arrived. These are all stories. No one can promise anything or guarantee anything, but these are the sorts of things that we will be studying.
So not only do vampires exist and Cain, the first son, but angels exist as well. All of it.
Well, we consider these things, we call these creatures, these entities is a better term for them. Angels, yes. Are they angels of heaven? Are they demons of hell? The short answer is that there are malignant beings and there are malevolent beings, benign beings beyond our comprehension and beyond the descriptor of simply angel or demon. These terms are very simplistic for our purposes.
Very well. I will get studying.
Good. Very well. And I should hope that tonight you continue your investigations with your coterie. I wish to know more about them. There is a new member of your coterie, I understand.
Yes, a man named Chase Hamilton, Malkavian, new
Very
in
well.
town, I believe.
Well, then I should ask that you begin to build a file on him too and ingratiate yourself with your coterie. Offer them your services. Ingratiate yourself upon them. Be
I've
friends with them.
already begun that.
Most excellent. Also, I
So-
have done an interrogation of your new ghoul. He seems to be most suitable.
Yes, he definitely was an odd one. Very, very eager to understand this, everything.
Yes, I
But,
was suspicious of
honest.
him at first, but he does seem to have a genuine interest.
Seems just, and a genuine interest. That's exactly the term for it.
Nikolai was curious about him too. He told me that under no circumstances should you be allowed to embrace him, unfortunately. So
I wasn't planning on it.
keep that in mind. Nikolai is very stringent about these things. He is of the opinion that a vampire should live for 100 years before it makes a child.
I was not planning at all to embrace him. So there's no need to worry there.
Very well. I shall expect some sort of report in the next day or two then. I did have one last question. When you saw Prince Loden, you say that his demeanor was pensive. Can you tell me more of the circumstances in which you met the prince? Was it in his office or?
Yes, the out of character.
Yeah.
I forgot if it was in his office. It was,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
It was just a chill meeting, right? Just informing him of what happened.
Yeah, I mean, you were in the Sears Tower at the 110th floor. Those are his offices. That's his office complex. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just explain what happened, basically.
Very well. And have you always met him in his offices?
Except for the one time we went down to the basement area where Gus, the gangrel, was or is being interrogated.
I see.
Yes,
see.
always
That
to the
gangrel
top.
is still alive then?
Last I saw, he was still being kept open, alive.
Interesting. You presently are having truck with the Archon Tyrrus and his wolf pack. Is that true?
Yes, for the fact that he is one of the Primogen, he spends a lot of time around us.
Who is
I
this?
did not expect this. Tyrrus.
He is not Primogen. He is merely
Oh,
an
sorry,
Archon.
Archon. Sorry. Well, Lawrence did that.
Right. I understand he is very protective of his clan.
I'm not completely familiar with the level of involvement Archons should have. I just noticed he was just spending a lot of time with us.
That is reasonable. It seems to me that he is also his duties largely include the combat with the Sabbat and their crusades, and that your duties seem to cross over into his territory. Thus, he is spending more time than usual with your
Fair enough.
coterie, I suspect.
Reckon
Okay. That is what I can offer you at present. I think, given the circumstances, that Loden has one of his kind. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, can you please clarify with your friends, of course, do this subtly, that Gus, the one you speak of, is in fact Tyrrus's child? I believe he is. And if Tyrrus's child is being kept alive and tortured by Loden, Tyrrus might be inclined to wish to know about this sort of thing.
That is a good point, but the only ones who would know about that are either missing or dead. The original members of the Coterie.
I see. Well, try and dig around and see if you can find out more information about whether this Gus is in fact who I think he is.
I can ask Tyrus himself if you would like me to.
If you have the opportunity, but be careful, he might not be happy. Further to this, Lawrence, as a more long-term goal and on a very subtle level, I hope that you might do me one other thing, specifically in regards to this clan and the Gangrel. It is our interest to see some form of splinter or wedge driven between the Ventrue and the Gangrel. They are naturally opposed, and it is our belief that the Gangrel presently are taking the brunt of the Ventrue's, shall we say, exploitation of the system. So,
Well, I believe then talking about Gus should definitely
yes,
start that flame.
I should be interested to see what Tyrus's reaction is to that. But do be careful, he is a violent and very base animal.
I will I'll see what I can do.
Very well. Thank you. I must return to my duties, so I shall see you anon, as they say in the old world. Good night.
Good night.
She stands up and leaves. She puts your book on the shelf as she leaves. Very well. Not Mercy. I know better than that. And it's not Sage, it's Belladonna.
There you go.
Wow.
It's the blue lipstick. It's confusing him.
Okay.
It's like
Belladonna.
teal. So yes.
Randy eventually pops up out of the earth next to you. He looks around and goes,
Okay.
huh,
Hey.
you're still here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Decided to stick around, huh?
Maybe.
I thought you'd abandon me here. Fuck off and do your own thing by now, but okay.
I was just enjoying the moment, the peace and quiet.
Oh, I can go back in if you like.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I like seeing you.
I got a message. Hang on.
Yeah, I was gonna go see Doyle.
That's from you.
It's
Okay.
from me.
Right. You want to see Doyle?
Yeah, do you wanna come with me and go see him?
Doyle.
It's been a while.
Oh, okay. We can go and see Doyle. Do we have to, like, where the fuck is he these days?
He's probably still sledgehammering those rabbits.
Oh, that much you can guarantee.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's got a dent in his head.
yeah, well, can't help that. That's
Mm.
true. Okay, so we're going to look for Doyle. Yay.
Yeah.
All right.
Before you do that, I'm going to just attack Randy with a makeout session.
Okay. And that's what happens.
And then I'm just like, sorry, couldn't help myself. And then we'll go.
Fair enough. All right. Where is but Chase while this is going on? He was kind of just there a few minutes ago. But
If there's a rocking chair there, I'm sitting in a rocking chair. There's a rocking back and forth.
sure, why not? There can be a rocking chair. There could be a rocking chair. Okay.
I imagine there being one.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, so Chase, you're in the rocking chair, and you can, from your rocking chair, you can command your vast empire of one retainer with your cell phone.
My rumba trainer disappeared with the band. God knows where he went.
That's true.
Exactly right.
I'm gonna make a phone call to find out where my rumba trainer is, because he's with Bell's retainer.
As you're about to make that phone call, in the distance, you see this trail of dust heading along the road. And at the tip of that trail of dust, there is this brightly painted van careening along the road and curling around the corner. It sort of doesn't skid around the corner. It's not going that fast, but down a line of trees on the side of the road. And then it turns into the short road that heads to the riding ranch. And you see it now coming towards the large car park. They stop at a gate and Jimmy has to get out and open the gate. And then they bring the van in. And Jimmy and the name, please.
Zora of the Valley.
Zora pull up next to you, and they get out of the vehicle. Jimmy looks over at you. He says, "I'm sorry, I'm late, Chase. Didn't wanted to get here before sunrise, but there was a lot of traffic from where we were coming."
Okay. I'm not angry with you. If you want to, you know.
Oh well,
Stay out.
I know that.
I'm not your mother, you know.
Well, I just I feel bad about it because I had it in my head that I was going to be here, and yeah, it's okay, says Zora. I'm sure everything will be all right.
Take it easy. Take it easy. You know. It's good to see you. Did you have a good day?
Oh yeah, we had a good day. We had a good day. We went shopping and looked around and saw some things, and I got a few bits and pieces that I needed for the project that I'm working on, and you know.
Oh, cool.
I saw the shop, the shop that Zora nods. That's true. He came to see the shop. We went to visit.
Excellent.
I gave him some crystals, and I shouldn't probably have done, but I'll pay for them. I'll tell where is Bells?
That way.
I don't see. Will she be back soon?
Apparently she's going to see somebody called well, he hits rabbits with a sledgehammer, apparently.
I see.
I forget what his name was. Doyle. She's going to see somebody named Doyle, and he's out there somewhere.
Bella, do you think Zora knows Doyle or has heard of Doyle?
I've probably said a few things about him.
I've heard of him.
Or yeah, there could have been a few things. Like I would have gone visited him, come back, gossiped. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. All righty. Okay, well, I suppose, do you mind if we wait here with you?
No, be glad of the company.
All right. And they go about talking about the things they bought, and Jimmy takes out some bags of things and shows you some electronic components and things as well. And he's got a new computer. He said, "Don't ask me where I got this from. It's that's not important. I know we couldn't afford it, so we went some alternative routes."
Well, I trust you to do whatever's right. So, it's none of my business. That double rotor idea, I think you're gonna make money out of that someday.
Well, it's not really, to me, it's not really about the money. All right, Bella. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Oh,
Last words, Barry.
I didn't mean it that way. I meant to say I think it's a great idea and you should keep going with it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm planning to.
Yeah.
Okay. Bella, you're off with the Randy.
I'll hold his hand.
All right.
And then just walk through the wildlife.
Okay.
All
right. He goes, so he usually hangs out over there by the cannery, the old cannery. It's pretty much in disarray now. That's where I usually find him when I go looking for him.
We'll go there then. It's been a while since I've seen him. Like
Yeah.
over 6 months. So
Really?
yeah.
All right. Well, so tell me more about yourself, Bella.
Okay. What do you want to know?
I don't know. Who were you before all this shit happened?
Before I became a vampire?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I would be a hitchhiker.
You're a hitchhiker? Like that
Mhm.
was your occupation? You were like a professional hitchhiker?
I didn't really have a job, so yeah, I suppose so. Before that, I was an activist and a groupie
Mhm.
in the 70s, late 60s, 70s.
Right.
Yeah. What about
Okay.
you?
I used to be a professional motorsport driver,
Hmm,
and
that explains the love of cars.
cars, bikes, that type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do the circuit back in the 50s and 60s.
Hmm.
Out of game, actually, I'll just double check I have that exactly right.
Okay.
Because, uh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, I had a motorcycle accident during an event, and
Oh yeah.
nearly died. I was uh, I was in hospital for weeks, months probably.
Poor thing. And
Yeah,
was it terrorists that found you?
yeah. He came into the hospital. It's
I'm really
pretty
glad he did.
unusual for him, I think, to go near a place so full of people. But he found me and dragged me out of there. By the time we left the place, I was walking, and yeah, so that's how that happened.
Mm.
Jackie used to hang out with us back in those days too. He
Oh
was
yeah.
he was only about 10 when I first met him.
Oh my God.
We used to call him A-Wipe,
Mm.
back in the day. But he grew up, and yeah, I don't know. Tourist said to me one day, "Why don't you turn him into a kindred and he'd come out with us?"
So he's your child then,
Well,
is
yeah,
he? No, that's awesome. Like I like Jackie. He's cool. I
he,
haven't made a child there yet. Maybe one
well,
day.
better make sure you got permission. Otherwise, I'll feel obligated to have to put you and them down.
Okay. Please don't put me down.
Try not to. It's not my intention, obviously. And in the distance, you can hear.
Well, that sounds like
Yeah,
him.
I got you. Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, you got him. Woo!
And you see Doyle standing on a hill with his hammer. He turns around. Behind him is this epically huge, broken down fucking cannery, where they used to make horse meat.
Mm.
Um, in the dusk light, or post dusk light. And he turns and sees you, and he looks over. His eyes suddenly glow red, warm. I see you over there.
Well,
I, I don't know you. I can't see you good enough. What's your name?
Belladonna.
Belladonna. I don't know no Belladonna.
Oh yeah, you do.
And you hear Randy say, but you know me, right? You know who I am. Is that right? Mr. Zelly? Mr. Zelly. Yeah, that's right. And you do know this lady. This is Belladonna. Of course you know Belladonna. She's one of the clan. The fuck's wrong with you? He walks over and slaps Doyle on the side of the head. Why'd you go and do that for?
Oh, I'm gonna give him a hug, whether he knows me or not.
Uh, so,
Hi, sweetheart.
hello. You come a long way out here to talk.
Yeah.
Can I help you? Is there something you're looking for? Did you want rabbits? I got some rabbits.
Good job. I'm so
Yeah,
proud of you, Doyle.
yeah. Thank you. This one's pretty good. He's still got his face on. You
Good
can
effort.
keep you can keep this one if you like.
Okay, thank you.
You can drink him too. It's like a popsicle.
No.
Okay.
Thank you. There's blood down my face now. So, excuse me.
What
Thank you.
what you all come out here for anyhow? You just come to talk to poor old Doyle Fincher.
Came to see you, of course. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm doing pretty good. Keeping the rabbit population low. They breed like rabbits. There sure is a lot of them.
Yeah. There will probably always be a lot of rabbits.
There's a brown one.
Off you go. Go get him.
I got
Good
that
job.
fucker.
Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
There was something I wanted to tell you.
Oh,
Do you know a man named Gus? Do you know
yeah.
Gus?
Yeah, Gus is my friend. Gus is my friend. He came here many times. Gus, I like Gus. He's my friend.
Oh God. I looked to Randy for maybe some sort of
Brandy looks back at you. He's like, "Yeah, Gus. Where is Gus? Is he coming? Are you gonna come tonight?"
where do the rabbits go when you squish them?
They, I usually I drink them. They go inside me, and I remember their lives.
No. What about when you aren't able to? Where do they go then?
What do you mean?
Like if you aren't able to drink them.
I always drink them.
Oh,
Somebody does. Me
well,
or you. Somebody. Sometimes Gus. Gus likes to drink rabbits.
I don't think Gus will be coming back here.
No,
No, I'm sorry.
Gus is gonna come back. I know he will. He always comes back here. He likes me.
Of course he likes you. I mean, who wouldn't like you? You're adorable.
We had a good time. Me and Gus. He would sit right here.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That's his tree there. Yeah,
it's Gus's tree.
yeah.
I wish I knew him.
Why wouldn't he not come back? He likes it here.
He can't come back.
What you mean he can't come back? Did he get arrested by somebody?
I don't know, but
Did he go
no,
to jail? My pa went to jail once when I was just a boy. That was in the Depression. It was a long time ago now. Yeah,
oh,
yeah. He got drunk and he fought. He nearly killed a man. Nearly killed a man. Didn't kill him. Just he nearly killed him. Yeah.
Gus, he's kind of gone to sleep.
He's when is he gonna wake up?
He might
he's
never
gotta-
wake up.
You can't say that, Belladonna. You can't say that. You don't know.
I don't know,
You don't know. He could come back.
but for the meantime, he's asleep, Doyle. Okay.
I don't like that. No, I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
I don't like that. You should go now.
Okay.
Splat.
Okay, no, I'll just walk off.
All right.
Yeah.
Randy comes with you. Well, did that go the way you're expecting? Says Randy.
Yeah, pretty much. It's really hard to articulate death to him. I mean, I didn't actually see Gus die, but I assume that's what happened to him, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Yeah, I think he's gone. Yeah. Terrace is a bit broke up about it. He wouldn't show you, but I can tell. He doesn't like giving his blood away for free.
And yeah, I mean, I would be the same. I'd be incredibly cut up. But what Gus did, I can see why Loden did, you know, kick him in the ass.
What?
You know, like I don't
What-
want to. No.
what- I don't know what you're saying.
Well, Loden, but he was there in like Loden's place, right?
What?
Wait, Gus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in Loden's place. Oh, you mean like his attack?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that. Fuck. But come on. I mean, that wasn't Gus. Obviously, he was being controlled by someone. Surely, you know, they must have done everything they could have to save him.
I mean, I was told that that Gus acted of his own free will.
That's impossible. I mean, I knew Gus. He wouldn't do anything like that. That's crazy talk. Who said that?
I think it was Loden himself.
Loden said that? Fuck. Okay. Well, obviously, we've got a lot to process here.
Yeah. Should we perhaps go to Terrace and maybe talk it all out?
Yeah, probably a good idea, but I don't know.
I mean, I
Terrace is
wasn't-
going to react to all this.
I didn't really say the exact things of what happened at that meeting.
Yeah, I kind of need to go.
Okay.
And when you get back to the ranch, Brandy's waves and gets on his bike.
Is he like going for good going?
He says, I'll be back.
Okay.
All right. And so the Chase, you witness all this. Go on.
Okay. I mind my own business and keep quiet.
I'll walk
Right.
back. I'll walk to find you, I suppose. I know you're here.
Jimmy, we cannot play baseball with just a stick.
I'm not suggesting that we play baseball with just a stick. I'm just saying that what we do is we you know, I don't even like baseball. God damn it!
You suggested it.
Why the fuck would I suggest it? You know, Chase. Sometimes you like to put words in my mouth. I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you did suggest it. I haven't been thinking well lately because.
Are you
well,
hearing? Are you hearing things again, Chase? Are you okay? You starting to get? You getting those voices back again?
No, they're not here. They're fine.
Okay, well,
Absolutely fine.
just remember, if you ever need to, I've been thinking about it, and I have a plan. I can take the meds for you, and you can drink them from me. If you ever need to, just in case.
That's a brilliant idea.
Well, I thought so.
Okay,
Yeah, I
thanks
thought.
a lot. Thanks
Yeah,
a lot.
well, it's a bit of a sacrifice, I got to say, Chase, because you know what those meds do to people. I don't particularly want to feel like a zombie for my existence, but if I have to, if it's good for you, it's good for me. So, yeah.
They don't really work that well anyway.
Well, anyway, I thought I'd mention it. We could try.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, my friend.
And as you get back, Charlie, you see Zora there talking to Jimmy, and the van is there, and Chase is there.
Hi
Yes.
guys. Good evening.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, I like this. This artwork's good. Who did it?
The artwork on the vehicle? It was a mixture of me and Zora actually. Zora's the flowers actually look good as Zora's because I'm not very good at painting.
Oh, but come on, I love these things here, and the way that you these emblems that you painted on here, that's great. Come on.
Oh, thank you.
And
That
the
looks pretty
Care
good to me.
Bears.
That's better than what I could do. I can do stick people really well.
Right.
That's true, says Jimmy. It's true, he can.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure can.
Nothing like this. This takes talent, I think. Jimmy might be able to do it.
No. Okay, meanwhile, Joe, what are you doing?
Send a text to Belladonna. Ask her if she's heard anything about from Loden.
Okay. All right. So your phone buzzes.
Where is that coming from? Just kidding. It's here. Yeah. Is that a text or?
Yeah, send a text to her.
I'm just like, is it a phone call?
I go to answer my phone because I think it's my phone.
Jimmy says that's not how it works, Miss Belladonna.
Thank you.
That's a text message.
Okay,
That's
thank
what they
you.
call an SMT. What he gives you like the full-on technical expression of
I
what
should
it's supposed to
probably
be.
check. I'm just listening, and then I like look down to just check it while he's boring me with the details.
Short
I'll,
message text
I'll
service.
remember she can't text
Right.
as a
Man,
20-something vampire,
not very good.
Right.
and call instead.
All right. That's a phone call.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, answer. Hello.
It's Lawrence. Have you heard anything from Loden yet?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You're my first text and call, so feel proud.
All right.
I don't know.
I'll call Loden then and get back to you.
Okay, sure.
What are you doing right now?
We're just at the ranch.
Do I know the ranch?
You do not know the ranch, I don't think.
We're at a ranch.
What is this ranch?
It's just a horse stable.
I know what a ranch is. What is this ranch? Why are you at this ranch?
It's because it's where a few of my friends live.
Okay.
It's called the Andalusian Farm.
The Andalusian farm.
Yep. It is.
Okay.
This is a real business from Google, by the way.
Have you heard from Chase?
Oh yeah, I've heard quite a lot actually. Because he's right here.
You're together?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll call soon. I'll speak with Loden.
Okay.
Click. Text Loden. Hey, BB, are you up?
Oh.
What you up to?
BB, who are you calling? What?
I'm texting Loden and saying, this is Lawrence. Wait, I have Loden's number, right? He's spoken to me on the phone.
You have a phone number that will get to Loden. It's not his number. He doesn't have a phone.
Is it
It's
a
his-
home? Is it a landline or is it a mobile phone?
You can have either or. You can have both. But in either case, it won't be answered by Loden. It will be answered by one of his retainers.
Okay. Oh, in that case, then I'll call it
Okay.
and ask for Prince Loden.
All right. The voice on the other end says momentarily, and after a long beat, the phone clunks and you hear it being handled over.
Is it nice hold music?
This, yes. Anyway, and he passes over the phone, and you hear, "This is Prince Loden. I understand
Sir.
I'm speaking with Lawrence of Clan Tremere."
Yes, I was just calling to ask if you had anything more for us to do.
I have been looking into this. I have had a report from the police. I was considering having you brought in tonight to speak with, but perhaps this can be more easily done across the telephone line in this manner. There has been evidence found in the city of Gary of some sort of manufactory. I think there might be some sort of factory that has been producing weapons, special weapons, not any weapons, weapons for killing vampires. I have, where are you presently?
Currently at the Chantry.
And where is the rest of your coterie? Do you know? Will you be seeing them tonight?
Yes, we'll be meeting up with them shortly.
Yes, I see. I will send one of my people to meet with you. I will give you an address when I have confirmed the details. You can expect a call from one of Clan Venture's brood.
When should I be expecting this call?
As soon as I have arranged it. It might be an hour, it might be 3 hours. I'm not sure yet. In any case, make sure that your coterie is prepared to take action.
Very well. I have a question.
Of course.
Has there been any new information on your child or Jin?
Not at present. We are to assume that Jin has been lost to us.
I see. And the other coterie member, Gus.
What of him?
Is he still being interrogated?
Sadly, Gus has passed away.
Ah, I'm sad to hear of it. Was there anything more we could obtain from his memories?
I have extensive questioning and recordings of the conversations. It might be there's something that can be ascertained from some small expression here or there at the asking of a certain question or another. Who knows? I like to keep these things on record.
I see. Very well. I will wait to hear from you later.
Very well. We shall talk soon, or someone shall speak with you. Good night,
sir.
Lawrence.
All right. Well, I will text Belladonna again about what I just heard, and that we should meet somewhere soon. I don't know. What's our central location now? Is it the cave? Is it our hub?
We could probably make the cave the hub. Seems pretty
All right.
sweet, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll say we'll meet at the cave then in like 20, 30. Give you
Bells
time
is
to
like-
do whatever you're doing.
But Bells responds with, well, once she realizes that it was a text, she responded with, we are probably going to need a little bit more time, maybe in hours. So just because I assume we are quite far out. So
Yeah, you're a little way out. You know, it's
I don't think it'll take 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then
However
then
long
Jimmy
it takes
said
you to get
traffic.
into town,
Yeah.
let me know when you're in town and I will start driving to the cave.
right.
Okay,
Right.
love you. Bye.
Bye.
Excellent. Okay. So,
XO.
Chase, you've been witnessing this sort of thumb wars conversation on the phone.
Excuse me.
It's slow. It's a slow thumb war. Your excuse? Yes.
What's going on? Me and Jimmy have to start looking for a home. You know.
Oh, we're gonna be going to the cave at the moment. Lawrence has asked us to meet up. So maybe maybe Lawrence, not Lawrence, sorry. Maybe Jimmy and Zora could work on finding a house for you while we go and have a chat to Lawrence or something.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, says Jimmy. We can find a house. I mean,
Is that all right, Zora?
want an apartment, but we do we have any money? Do we have any
Just
money?
the money I gave you.
What about that fellow last night? Did he give you some money?
Yeah, the money I gave you was the money he gave me.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, all right then. I'll use that.
Yeah. Try Gary. I understand it's really cheap around there.
Gary, do we want to? Everything I've heard about that place is bad. It's bad. We don't want to go there,
I'm
do we?
just looking for cheap. Don't worry, we won't have any action, not you and I. We're just doing our thing. How can we hurt anybody else? Nobody will care.
All right then, Gary. It is then. I guess Zora. I guess we're going for a ride. Could be a long trip. Gary's like an hour from here.
Look after her, okay? Gary's a dangerous place.
Oh, okay. I will
Really?
do that.
Is it that dangerous?
Yeah.
There's a lot
Really?
of gangsters over there.
Zora, if you feel like this is
Well,
an
if you can
uncomfortable
find-
situation, you can go home.
If you
fine.
It will be fine, I'm sure. There's plenty of gangs here in Chicago too. Even Cabrini Green, which is only 20 minutes from here, is full of gangsters and shootings every day.
Okay. Okay.
you
As long
got
as you're
your
safe.
you got your gun, Jimmy?
We're driving this peace-mobile. Perhaps we will be able to affect the lives of these people.
Mm.
Maybe we
Exactly.
will bring some happiness and joy to them.
That sounds really nice.
Well, one would hope. One would hope. But it's the cheapest place I could think of. So
Okay. We better get going then. You've got work to do. We've got work to do. Do
How are we gonna get back? Maybe you could,
you want us to drop you somewhere?
yeah, if you
Yeah.
could drop us off at the cave. I'm
all
sure.
right.
And Chancy will be able to handle the rest. I think.
All right.
I don't know. It's
You,
presumptuous.
As you're having this conversation, you see Tyrus and Antheus round the corner. Their bikes are parked here. They look over at you and wave, come towards you.
I've got an appointment later on tonight with Tyler.
I have a slight twinge of trauma when I look at Tyrus after what happened last night. The whole staking and the stamina checks and stuff.
Right.
A little bit of trauma there,
Right.
just from getting that fortitude.
Right.
point.
Did you get the fortitude point?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh yeah.
So feeling better tonight, I hope.
Still a little sore, but
You haven't fully recovered.
Yeah, that stuff really
Oh well.
hurts.
If you haven't fully recovered, then you
oh no,
haven't
I'm fine.
yeah, perhaps you need to learn the lesson again. I can help you. Would you like to just stand up over there? We can do this all night if you like. Actually, it's kind of cathartic. You should try it sometime. Teach somebody fortitude, someone you don't like.
I like that actually.
But it's not true. I do like you.
Oh. Is that another lie?
It's not a lie. Of course I like you. I wouldn't teach you fortitude if I didn't like you.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Also, Jackie has a present for you. And
Is it a crossbow? Jackie.
he
Bit.
comes around the corner carrying a large box. He looks at you, goes, well, it might be. Yeah, hands you the box. Sure.
Thanks.
It's a little bit different to the last one. This is a hunting crossbow and it's brand fucking new, right? This one is brand new. Don't break it. Don't burn it. Don't accidentally leave it behind in the middle of some police investigation location where it can't
Okay.
be recovered, you know?
Right. Yeah. Okay. I
Also,
won't.
this one's just got like normal quarrels in it. Like there's no special bolts. There's no explosives. There's nothing special about this thing. It's just a crossbow. Okay.
Okay. I think, I'll practice in my downtime with this
You've
somewhere.
got downtime. That's interesting.
Hardly, no. But when I find the time, I'll just shoot it. like right now.
All right, so you're gonna take it out and have a crack with it.
Yeah, come on, Jackie. Let's go have a bit of a practice session.
All right, and Zora says, "You're not supposed to be
sorry.
somewhere in
Yeah.
1 hour. You have
I'm
some places to be."
sorry. I was really interested to see how this fight. I will just practice on bad guys.
You're going to have to
Then.
assemble it before all of that. Do you want me to put it together for you? I'll leave it in the office if I'm not here, okay?
Okay, yeah, that'd be perfect. Thank you.
All right. So when you
Thank
come
you.
back, you can check it out.
Thank you both. Also, Tiris, we should probably talk at some point. But right now I have to get somewhere. So
What are we talking about?
well, just having a chat to Doyle about Gus reminded me that we didn't really actually get to, I didn't really get to tell you about what happened.
I see.
Sorry.
Very well.
Looking at a wound, aren't I?
Yeah. By the way, Inyanga wants to talk to you when you get a chance.
Okay.
It's not rush, no urgency. Just
Okay.
go and see her when you get a time. All right, fuck off then.
Fuck off, I will.
And off you fuck.
Let's go, Chase.
Okay.
All right, so the Happy Mobile is going to drop you off somewhere.
Yep, let's go to the cave.
All right, so you're on your way into the cave. When you get close enough, Jimmy says, you probably should text that guy that you said you were going to text before, because now we're in town and he's probably waiting for you to text. And he said
Thank you.
something
Yeah.
about,
I am kind of ditzy, aren't I? I'll try and figure out how to text Lawrence. I
All
might
right.
have a lot of spelling mistakes, but well, you'll get it.
I can help you. You know, if you need help, I can help you. There, I'm quite good with phones and computers. I can that's not how you do it. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. Yes, good. Okay,
I'll get used to it.
Joe,
It's
your
fine.
phone buzzes.
It's gonna take a while.
There's a very poorly spelled
Yeah.
text message using alphanumerics. Yeah, it says
Mhm.
I'm here or something to that effect.
We are on
Or-
site now.
Or
No.
Herbert.
All right. Start driving to the cave and meet them there.
Long story short, you all arrive at the cave,
Yeah.
and who's going to get there first? Roll me a D10, Joe. Roll me a D10, Charlie.
Okay.
I was not prepared for this. Ah!
Well,
Right.
7.
I got a 9.
All right. So Charlie, you get to the cave first, and when you get there, Lawrence is not Lawrence. Horace Turnbull. Horace is carrying a large cardboard box into the storeroom, and he sees you come in. Oh, he says, and he says, "I'll just be one moment." And he heads into the storeroom and comes back out again and shuts the door and locks it with a set of keys. And you grace my presence 2 nights in a row. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see you brought your friend here. Chase, nice to see you again.
Evening. Good to see you too, Mr. Turnbull.
And our retainers, Zora of
That's-
the Valley.
Jimmy and Zora of the Valley. That is a most interesting surname you have there, Zora. He says, how did you acquire it? And she looks over at you.
You can
LSD.
answer. LSD.
LSD. Yeah, my
Took a
mom
trip.
was on LSD.
Oh.
In fact, you know what? She shrugs and she says, LSD.
Cannon.
One hell of a drug.
That does kind of explain it, I suppose.
Yeah.
So how can we help you this evening? You would like a table, seats, bar?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. There's no real just offering to try and make you comfortable.
We are probably going to use your place as a hub or a base.
Oh, I see. So
As
you
long
might
as we're
be in
not,
here a lot.
as long as we're not encouraging anything, we don't want any trouble in this place, but it's a good place to meet up. It's central and yeah, it's
Well,
nice.
if you keep it quiet and you don't bring too many strangers here, that would be good.
Okay.
You can use this place to feed if you need to. We have. He points to next to there's a because you know how back in the day there would be like a public telephone in a bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Next to the public telephone, there's like a list of all these different agencies and people that you could call, including thinly veiled escort agents and stuff like that.
Wow.
He's like, you can dial for Meals on Wheels, so to speak, if you need.
Clever. I like that.
Mm,
Okay.
mm. All right. So Lawrence, you're on your way down and you've parked up outside, I assume, and you come downstairs and pop in and you find these monkeys here.
Looking over
Hi.
escort telephone numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horatio turns Horace, not Horatio, very different.
Yep. Very different.
Very different.
Mhm.
Horace turns it. Oh, Mr. Harrington. Harrington,
Good evening.
do come in. I hope you've had a nice evening.
Yes, it was good sleep.
Good.
As good as it can be.
Good. I'm glad. I hear you're planning to use this place as a, what was the term? A hub.
I hope that's all right.
Well,
we're all of such different clans. I felt it better we had a central location we could meet.
What an excellent idea. And I do enjoy the patronage and the company. So I am thinking that he looks around the room. Over there, under that archway, there's a little spot you could occupy. How about that? We can try and make things more comfortable for you. You
Sounds perfect.
have your own little location to hang out at. And also, if you are planning to use this place as a hub, you might wish to have private conversations from time to time. I do have a quiet little office down the back of the hallway. If that interests you, we could talk about a price. Kind of semi-regular rental kind of a deal.
Sounds good to me. It can definitely come in handy.
Sure. I have the place regularly swept for bugs as well, just for your information. I use it myself, but I don't use it often. But I figure if you want to use it, then I would offer it for free. But I find that if I was to do that, then every other vampire in Chicago would be here in 5 minutes trying to use my location as their private little sanctuary. And I don't think I could handle that.
No, that's fair. We can discuss pricing later.
Sure, it won't be anything unreasonable. Believe me, I don't have aspirations to wealth.
All right. Well, we'll look at Bells and Chase and start heading towards the private area.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you want, I can show you the office now too.
Might as well. Come
sure.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a look. Okay, it takes you down to the hallway, and there is at the end of the hallway, there's a door that says private keep out, staff only, and it's hanging on the door. There's a big heavy lock on that door. There's a security camera above the door, and he says, this is the one." And he unlocks the door with a key, pushes it open, and steps inside. You can hang out in here tonight if you want, just as a kind of a, what's the term?
Test run?
Like a test run, if you like.
Sure.
Stay out of prying eyes. You'll see over here, and he points to another door inside the office. He takes a second key and opens that. This is a little storeroom, and it's actually not that small. It's a reasonable sized room with a bunch of shelves on it, and you can see crates and boxes. At least one of those boxes looks basically like a coffin with its lid off.
Makes
People
sense.
you could potentially stay in here if you needed to.
Mhm.
And if you needed to store things as they came through town, that's possible too. There's also a back door that has private parking out the back, where if you needed deliveries to be made, we could organize something like that too.
You're a very hospitable man.
Well, as I said, it wouldn't be for free, but certainly we have a lot of facilities and I don't use them. I don't use them all that often, from time to time. And of course, that would be part of the deal, is if I did need to use them, well, I would have to get priority for that. But, 9 days out of 10, it wouldn't be a problem.
Sure. Yeah, if we need it, we'll definitely be in touch.
Sure. Well, I'll leave you some privacy here. I'll pull the door closed. It's got a snip, so you should be able to get out without any problems. Just close the door behind you and it will lock itself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is great. Yeah.
Oh, the security camera, that's a dummy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And he leaves you guys alone.
Look at us. We're moving
Ever.
up in the world.
Have an office. Well, there wasn't much need for privacy. We're basically waiting until Loden contacts me
Okay.
about a mission in Gary, by the sounds of it.
Right. Mission and Gary.
What's new with you? How was last night?
It was lovely actually. Well, yeah, lovely for me anyway. If you know what I mean.
I somehow always know what you mean.
I'll say goodbye to Zora and Jimmy because they're off to Gary.
Yep. Okay. They head off.
Bye guys.
Goodbye.
What?
And
Why are they off?
Love you. Bye.
Jim says, well, you'd have to ask Chase about that. This is a special private business. And he leaves.
Okay, sure.
And I'm going to go pat on my nose, so you can literally have 2 minutes to talk about yourselves.
Okay.
Talk about ourselves. Well, I'm Charlie.
I'm Joseph.
Joseph. What's Barry short for? Just kidding.
Parents.
Barents.
Oh, I've got lots of nicknames. Different people call me different things.
Harold.
Basil.
No, it's always Basil.
Like Basil Brush.
Yeah. That's cool.
How's the week been?
It's been a good week. Can't complain. Good, but why?
My week starts with Sunday because I like that. So yeah, it's just been vampire, which makes me happy.
Yeah.
So you'll always get me at like the happiest time of the week. And then it all goes downhill.
Yeah,
Sink into depression.
I experienced the same thing.
And then vampire again. Yay.
The train's open. Are you back at work?
They never close.
Okay.
Yeah. It gets quieter and quieter, but we never close.
I get another 2 weeks of level 3. Yay.
I can't believe that. I thought for sure that they go level 4, but
Yeah, me too. My friend apparently had insider information about it, but that didn't pan out.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you located, Barry?
I'm located in Auckland. In
Whereabouts?
Glen Eden.
I'm just going to grab another coffee, guys. I'll be right back.
I'm over in Glenfield.
Oh, yeah. And where are you?
Wellington Central.
My daughter was staying there for a while.
Ah,
I was born in Wellington.
cool story. Cool.
I'll stop trying to relate then. Jeez.
Well, I wasn't born here. I was born in Dargaville. just north of you fuckers.
story.
Yeah. So it's an interesting backstory because I don't really give off Dogville vibes.
I'm not sure I would recognize the Dargaville vibe if I saw it.
It's sad. It's sad and farm like. Yeah, that's all
Rural.
there is. Farmers, yeah. Boring.
I don't think my character's ever going to get a home.
Oh, that's like me. That's like Sage. That's like Sage. What are we in, like episode 20 now? Or some shit?
Yeah.
Still haven't got a home. Actually, I'll have a look. Let's
If
have a
you
look.
told Bishop, what you want as a home,
I was gonna ask I was gonna ask Tanya to give me a loan or something. Okay, we're on episode 19. That was last night.
Bishop is a millionaire.
Okay. Okay. But yeah,
He's not as rich as Tanya, of course, but
I will consider asking. But yeah. Like eventually when her like recording stuff pans out, I'm sure she'll have money to pay back. But yeah. Anyway.
Oh, don't all stop talking at once.
no, we were talking. Yeah.
So you weren't role playing. Is that what you're saying? You didn't spend
Yeah.
last.
No.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Well,
people?
you said talk about yourselves.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
If I told you to jump off a bridge, would you do that too?
Well, I'd think about it
Probably.
for about 5
I'd
minutes.
ask you to describe the bridge. So,
Right. I'd
thank
be
you.
like, roll a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Hey,
Sorry about that.
back in the game, Lawrence.
I assumed you guys would spend 5 minutes talking in character amongst yourselves. That's I didn't think it would even interrupt your role playing, but
You
apparently
need
it
to
did.
give me 2 seconds to powder my nose while I sort out a player for my campaign.
Fair enough.
As you can see in Questbook. Give me 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Okay, so maybe Lawrence is dealing with some private conversation with Ericta.
I'm reading 777 and it's heavy reading material. Don't
Okay.
interrupt me.
It is. All right. Very good. In any case, you're still alone in a room, so there's nothing for me to do. So I'm just sitting back while you and Chase have a conversation.
All right. I don't know what the prince expects of me because, yes, I know stuff about the Sabbat, but I don't know everything about the Sabbat. I know they go in, what do you call them? They go in, I've forgotten the word. They don't all accumulate in one place. Cells. They go in cells. They do weird shit. And they adjust things, and when you join them, you're supposed to have a little get together, and you share blood and stuff like that, and they can test you and all that stuff. But I really don't know what they want of me because, well, I'm really just a pilot.
I think this is how we become useful to them, to the prince and such. Like, most vampires have a use to him.
Even the gun I just has real bullets, not those extra special ones, because I can't afford them.
I'm sure the Wolfpack will help us with incendiary stuff.
Okay. But
They gave me like this, they gave me a crossbow, right?
Yeah.
And I fired off these rounds that explode, and it was all a bit much, but it proves that they've got a lot of firepower behind them.
I couldn't help noticing, and my curiosity as a Malkavian is curious.
Okay.
You and Randy,
Yeah?
are you close friends? Are you?
This is off topic.
Yeah, but are you? I mean, you know,
Maybe.
I mean, you know, I don't have any close friends. You're. I
You've
got
got
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I got Jimmy. But
Yes, outright
that-
lied.
that's the that's the only close friend I've got. All the
Yeah.
rest of my close friends are dead.
I mean, if you want more close friends, you could just keep feeding your blood to people.
Oh,
Such a bad way
I
of
s-
looking at it, but you
I
know.
suppose I could, but I really, because like I'm not a commando or a special forces guy. I'm just a helicopter pilot, which is really really boring.
I don't know about that.
Well, all I do is go up there, go down, go where people tell me to go.
But you don't see where you're traveling to.
Oh yeah,
Like you go through many different locations. It's
yeah,
more
yeah.
interesting than you think. Like I did that. I would, well, not helicopter piloting, but I would walk around and I would experience nature and all that traveling.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
I've been to it. I've been to a lot of places, but I've never stayed in one place for too long. You know,
Yeah.
and man, it's just blown my mind how quickly I'm suddenly in this what do they call it? A
Coterie?
coterie, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just not sure I can be that helpful to you all because you all obviously know what you're doing.
No idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, you guys seem pretty intelligent to me. You seem organized. Seem like you know what you're doing.
Hardly. Basically, we are thrown together. You know, our clans have just sort of assigned us to be a part of this coterie, and hope that we get along and all that.
Get the feeling that it was bigger, was it?
Apparently, I wasn't here for that though.
Oh, neither was I. So I just, hope I can be of help to you too.
Oh yeah, the one that I'm worried about not being helpful is Lawrence. Oh, nothing to say? Okay, great.
He's obviously deep trying to decipher his.
Why would you, ma'am? Why are you worried about?
I was only joking. I'm just trying to see if he's paying attention.
Okay. Because he comes from that Tremere clan, doesn't he? I don't know what they do. Haven't got a clue, but
One thing.
What?
Okay. The coterie that it used to be
Yes.
was shocking. Like it was just a mess. There was no leader. It went downhill pretty quickly from what I've been told. It was a mess. So with this coterie, we are focusing on being the best, and we put ourselves first.
Well, they used to consider me the best at what I do.
Hey, Lawrence, you back? You back?
Yeah, I'm back. Hello.
He's
I
back.
You
hear
hear
you.
what I said before?
Hold on,
You hear
let
what
me
I said?
Lawrence.
say this efficiently. Hold on. Talking about me.
Oh yes.
At that point, you
That chapter, yo. Yes.
you receive actually no, it's a phone call. Lawrence, your phone rings.
This is Harrington.
Mr. Harrington, my name is Capone. I don't know, have we met, you and I?
Not directly, sir, I think, but I was there with you that night at the Elysium.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but in any case, I'm on my way to wherever the fuck you are. So where is it?
Oh, you're the contact. We're at the cave in the loop.
I know it.
Are you familiar?
Click.
I'll hang up the phone and say, are you too familiar with Al Capone?
Only the history one.
Well, he's coming here to meet us.
The history one.
The Al Capone.
Given to understand if it's the history one, he's very touchy. So we better not mention, you know, tax
We should head to
evasion.
the front.
Better not
He's-
mention the syphilis.
The syphilis, the tax evasion. Yeah.
Yep.
It sounded rather prompt, so we should probably meet him at the front.
I think that was a power play. Yeah, been true. Yeah. As long as you see through the BS, it's fine. But yeah, let's go.
But you mean the front of the building or the front of
Oh, I meant the bar area.
I'm sorry.
Oh, can't hear you.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm a bit kind of perturbed about all this. It's kind of sudden.
You'll be fine.
All right.
We'll
Don't worry.
open the door and head back
The
through
main-
the
The main area.
main area.
Okay. Well, the Horace is still sitting there. He's observing his chessboard at present, and he's got a book next to him.
Hey,
In
Horace.
fact, there's a small stack of chess books there. He looks
Horace,
over.
hi.
Yes. How can I
Um,
help?
Al Capone's coming here.
Oh, I see. I see. He stands up and he straightens the books on the table, and he gets up and he looks around the room, and he starts picks up a cloth and starts wiping things.
Interesting. It's interesting to see how you react to that to that information. Anyway,
Where's Joe gone now? Is he putting
Obfuscate.
on his obfuscate?
yeah.
He's putting on his Capone clothes. Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, so you guys are all in the main bar at this point, and you can see there's a couple of dudes and some chicks hanging out playing pool by this point now, over the other side of the room. And Horace says, "So, do you have a time as to when Mr. Capone would be arriving? You've all come out here now. I'm expecting him here very soon. Then
Apparently, it's prompt on the phone.
Yes, yes.
you hear footsteps coming down the stairs, quite a few of them. Like
Oh God, I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
A real life gangster.
right. And Mr. Capone actually walks in basically at that point with about 6 other people.
Here we
6
go.
dudes. They're all wearing fucking hats, and they're carrying large cases, not violent
Is he-
cases, but
When was his death date?
that's a good question. His actual death date, his historical death date.
Like, he just walks around in public. People can see his face and recognize him.
Well,
Apparently he does. He also happens to be a Ventrue, so he can dominate the fucking shit out of them. So,
Fair enough.
you know, there's that.
and he would.
Right.
I'm not the gangster you're looking for.
Right.
Yep.
Like, hey, you Al Capone is like,
I'm not that Al Capone. yeah. Rap,
I
rap.
I get that a lot. I just look like him.
right. Death date was the 25th of January, 1947. So very few people would actually know what he actually looked like.
Fair
and
enough.
he was in jail.
And the
at that
internet
time.
doesn't exist at this point either. Yeah, and he'd been in jail for a little while by the time he died.
Sure.
So yeah, okay. So he comes in and he and these guys put these bags down, and he goes, okay, so you we're going to Gary this evening, all of us. We're going to split up. There's going to be 3 teams. You are one team, all of you together. I think it's best that you all work together. I'm going to be taking these guys to a different location. What we're looking for is evidence of a manufactory where I believe they're making incendiary weapons, rounds, that kind of thing, some kind of factory for that. Bullet makers, that kind of thing. You're looking for cordite, napalm, anything that could be used against vampires. I have the address here, and he hands a piece of paper. He holds it up. Who wants this? Who am I giving this to? Who's your fucking leader these days?
I'll take it.
Gives it to you, Bella. All right.
Sorry.
Okay, so you're gonna let the Toreador lead you? All right, well, fair enough. Better than the kook, I suppose. And he looks at Chase, the new kook, for that matter. And I suppose you know, what are you gonna do here at Tremere?
By the way, I'm a gangrel, not a Toreador.
You look like a Toreador. Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
You gotta forgive me.
It's not the end of the world.
Not sure. Yeah.
Is
what?
it?
Mr. Capone, sir,
Speak quickly.
my gun is not really made for any kind of action against a vampire.
Well, that's why he says, and he points to these guys who've got these cases. We brought you these, and they slide 3 cases towards you, these large black cases with metallic bands on them and hinges.
Open them up.
Maybe not in here.
He goes,
Is there anyone else in the bar besides us?
there's the
There were
people playing
people.
pool.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part completely. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, don't do that here. You want to do that in private.
We have an office in the back if you want to discuss more.
That's not a bad idea. Why don't we do that? Bring everything into the
All right,
office.
we'll just
Let's
Nod
go.
at Horace and walk back down.
Okay. And Horace, as you go past Horace, he goes, well, timing of that office seems to be quite perfect, doesn't it?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll talk about rates as you walk past. Okay, and you get
Throw
to
it
the
on my
office.
tab.
Yeah, right. So Capone and his 6 dudes, his 6 men come into the office. You're all a bit crammed after you've got all of those people in there. But they stick one of the cases on the desk. Poof. And he goes, okay, so inside here you're going to find, opens it up. This is a M16 Carbine action assault rifle. Any of you ever used one of these before?
Gotta put your
Okay.
hand on the keyboard there.
He
There you
puts
go.
his hand up.
So Chase, is it that you're the guy? Okay, well, you know how to use one of these. You can teach your friends. You can have a little party teaching your friends how to use assault rifles down in Gary. That'll be great. There's the ammunition here. Now, if you don't know, now you know. These are we do have incendiary rounds in these guns. Every 3rd bullet is going to be incendiary. That's the way we figured it. It seems to be kind of standard practice for vampires to use every 3rd bullet, because you shoot any more often than that and you're going to melt your barrel or fuck your gun. It'll jam. This is kind of a good, what do you call it? He looks over at this guy next to him. He goes, what do you call that when you're making it's like, compromise, sir, compromise. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a compromise. Okay, now this box over here has got some grenades. Opens it up. Inside these, you're gonna see there's these are the Bernie kind. These ones blow up in your face, and if you're a vampire, you're pretty much fucked up. You probably ain't gonna live through one of these ones. He holds it up. It says incendiary on the front of it. Okay, he throws you one, Lawrence. Would you like to make a Dex and Athletics check?
So how are we gonna know if we encounter you guys?
We're going to be in a different place. We're going to be in a different location. There's 3 different teams working tonight in 3 parts of Gary, where we got these 3 addresses. You're checking out one of them. If you find anybody, fuck them up. Don't
Okay.
ask questions until you have control of the situation.
Have we
2
got
successes. Yeah,
throat
you catch
mics?
it. Got what?
Have we got throat mics, sir?
Throat mics. Throat mics. What you got is cell phones. Have you heard of those? They're cheaper, and nobody asks any questions about where you got them from or what you're doing with them.
Yes, sir.
You want to get throat mics? You can invest in those. I know a guy actually probably get you some of those, but not tonight.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, wooden stakes. You might want to get some of those. Me and the boys, we like to carry around a can of gasoline in the car just in case somebody needs to get burned. All right. Anything else? Any questions? Now's the chance.
No, sir.
Um,
Are we going to
So
take
just-
Vincenzi? Is Vincenzi going to help us get there?
You can organize that shit between you. We've got any questions for me, or I'm out of here because we got shit to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So just to confirm then, because I've been distracted with DM stuff.
Yep.
So we're going to a location separately from these guys.
Mhm.
And then what? Pincer maneuvering the same area,
No,
2 different areas.
2 different areas. They're doing. You guys are. Each team is going to clear a different area, so you're not working
Okay.
with them. You're just working parallel to them.
Yep.
So you're not expecting to see Capone and his men at any time.
And he's given us
Weapons.
a couple of rifles and grenades.
3 assault rifles, about 6 grenades, or a small box, and there might actually be.
Jeez, my
20.
boot is getting pretty full.
Yeah. Is this Sabat or what? Do you know?
Yeah. This is connected to the whole thing. That's the whole point of this. What do you
Okay.
fucking think? Why? What else would we be doing this?
I don't know.
How
Could
many?
be anything.
How many grenades?
22.
Incendiary.
Not all of them.
I'm so afraid for your vehicle.
Half of them are incendiary grenades, and the other half are fragmentation grenades.
Still got 6 pounds of C4 in my boot.
That car. Do you remember what happened
my
to?
God.
Do you remember what
Thank
happened to
tourists
Pat's
for
car that time?
Oh, yeah.
Oh god. Okay, 11 frag, 11 incendiary. God. On top of the already 4 fragmentation, 4 incendiary.
Yeah. Cool.
No crossbow. Okay, so just to
Crossbow.
Reiterate.
my boot inventory,
Mhm.
3 Glocks, 3 sawn-offs, 6 pounds of C4, 6 detonators, a remote, 15 incendiary grenades, 15 fragmentation grenades, 4 flashbangs, and now 3 assault rifles.
Right. There you go.
What are you buying?
Right. And does that all fit in the boot of your car?
I mean,
I think it does.
they're guns, so they
just
don't take up a lot of space. yeah.
Right. But they're kind of awkward because they've, the way they're shaped, they're long and I don't know.
Wow. Let's hope we don't get pulled
Depending on
over.
what kind of car it is.
Jesus.
In
Well,
the
to be
old days, they had big boots.
The assault rifles have boxes too. They come in these cases, right? And the grenades fit in the cases as well. So they're all kind of packed in there. So there's these 3 cases that you could literally fit them in the back seat of the car.
True.
Nobody would know what they were.
This particular vehicle, I believe, has a very big boot, just based on what I saw.
Yeah.
On Supernatural, because they also had a lot of weaponry in the back. So
Yeah, but they probably had a bag of holding. It's like a boot of holding.
true.
That'd be a cool trick, wouldn't it?
Boot
Oh,
of
yeah.
holding.
Right.
You basically have a TARDIS at that point.
Right. Portable hole.
All right. Well, okay. So yeah, we'll just confirm with Capone. Everything's copacetic.
I trust you know what you're doing now. So last final check. This is your final chance to ask a question.
I'll look at the other 2.
Are you wanting anyone alive?
If you can keep them alive, that'd be preferable. But I would rather, and it's been made clear to me that I'm to tell you to ask questions later, shoot first, stay alive. If you can keep a hostage, you can get some information. If we can find out more, yeah, that's preferable. That's in fact the goal. That's what I would be doing. But I want you to survive first.
Did we
Okay.
also learn who is making it? Sabat, Anarchs, that sort of thing?
You think it's Sabat? Yeah, you believe it's connected to what's his name? Yeah, you can. Do you want to ask that?
Rigord.
Do you want to? Yeah. Do you want to ask that question in the game or?
Already-
Yeah. What I was going to ask was, do we know if they're primarily ghouls or human or vampire?
What we don't know is what's actually there. So we don't know if there's anybody there. It could be abandoned. There might be nothing there.
So
They could
you
have
have
moved out.
so you have no reconnaissance on the area whatsoever, is what you're saying, sir.
We are the reconnaissance.
That's right. You are the reconnaissance. This is our first movement in this direction. What we got was a police investigation report from today, which nobody was able to act on because we were asleep in the ground because we're fucking vampires. All right. So once we found out it was 7, 8 o'clock at night, then we decided that we're going to hit this place, these places, these 3 places. Okay. Because we had reports that certain compounds by the name of, and he butchers the chemicals, the names of the chemicals, because he's fucking gangster, not a chemist.
Ace Chemicals.
Oh no, I mean like literally the names of the chemicals themselves, the compounds, whatever they are. Hydro, meta, bloody oxine shit, and glycerine and stuff. That sounds cool. See, I'm a DM.
Been there.
Right. So he says a bunch of shit, and basically he explains to you that the police report has found that there are somebody's been buying up large quantities of this stuff, and it's being ordered by 3 different companies who operate out of these 3 locations, and it all happened at the same time, and there was some kind of ping that went off, some sort of internal alarm that the police working with the FBI picked up on this mass buy of chemicals that are borderline legal.
I think we're okay here, right? We've got an address.
All right, boys, let's get the fuck out of here. We got work to do. And they march out.
I hope they included some body armor in here.
There's no
Well,
body armor in there.
We'll double check the inventory, see what they gave us, just to make sure it's.
There's no body armor there. That's
We got the heart plates. Cool.
Got your fortitude.
Yeah.
right.
I'll just hide behind you.
I put on my fortitude.
Do we have any ammunitions of our own? Any stuff that you've got from any other thing you've done?
Got
Do we-
so much.
I mean, do we worry about ammo management?
Always
In
worry
this-
about
in this
ammo
game?
In this game,
management.
do we
Yeah.
worry about it? Well, this my approach to this is that every now and again I will make you roll a luck check. Or a wits and firearms check, basically. And if you
Yeah.
fail that in the middle of a combat, then you run out of ammo. And it will be pretty random.
Okay.
But if you continually say, I reload, then it's not going to happen. Right. So
Okay.
if you remember to say I'm reloading after every kill, like a video game. If you,
Oh, that's the key word, is it?
Yeah.
For
reload.
will be okay.
Yeah.
I wish I had Jimmy with me.
If you get lax about it, I'll start checking.
Sorry, Chase.
I wish I had Jimmy with me because he can handle the big gun. He can literally carry one.
I do have a retired police officer as a ghoul now. Do we want to include him?
Maybe you should ask him. But
I'll
I
ask.
think
What
I think we
Jimmy's
should
doing?
we should probably just see what we're working with first, because they aren't as hardy as us.
Yes, true. What were you trying to say, Barry? You keep muting yourself.
No, because I stopped. He stopped, so I drop it.
Okay.
Because you can see he's really uncomfortable with involving Jimmy, though Jimmy is trained. You know those big heavy guns they have in helicopters? Well, during the war they had to learn to carry the damn things as well.
Like
just in case they-
M60s and
yeah,
shit like that.
yeah, M60.
I don't think we have
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah.
We're
No,
not
no.
that
But
heavily
if
loaded.
the enemy has one and we got it, Jimmy would know how to use it better than I would. But I don't want to endanger him, really.
Well, he would know how to use it if it was mounted.
No, they literally can
But-
take it off and carry it.
You can, but Jimmy's not like a big hulking fucking
No,
Conan
well,
the Barbarian.
that's what he would have had to do.
Yeah, 30 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, 30 years ago. So, no,
Let's go.
I won't involve him. We'll get going.
Well,
Yeah.
Gary's a while away. Do we yay or nay for Vincenzi before we go?
I think we should ask that he takes us there.
Yeah.
He could be like a getaway driver sort of dealio, and then he could just
Sure.
Yeah.
I will.
Circle.
I'll contact Vincenzi and ask him to bring the taxi. Does the cave have like a alley parking, or is there that sort of thing near it?
Yeah, there is a park out the back. Yes, that's as I said. There's a door that leads out into the parking lot at the back of the office.
Right. Okay. So I'll tell him to go there, and then we'll meet him at the alley, and he can drive my car.
All
And
right.
we'll stick the rest of the armaments in the boot.
be like Tetrising it all.
Yeah.
Ugh.
right.
Whatever whatever doesn't fit goes in the back seat.
Mhm.
Okay,
We
just
hold
please-
it all.
Please talk among yourselves for 2 seconds while I clarify something important.
I don't. You can see that Chase is not happy about the whole thing. Mm.
In general, just being going into a gunfight.
Yeah, he obviously he's done Vietnam. He didn't want to do this as a permanent thing in his life. You know.
Hey, buddy. I used to be a hippie, remember? I was putting flowers in the guns, and you know, I am hardcore against gun use, but I've had to change my stance recently.
I used to sit
I
behind a
think we
desk
all
selling houses.
we all
We
aren't very good at this.
well,
all don't-
Harry, Chase,
you
your
aren't,
phone, Chase's
I have-
phone rings.
I practice with a weapon.
Hello?
Beforehand.
Is this Chase?
Yeah.
My name is Jack. Jack Frederickson. I work at the O'Hare Airport for a lady by the name of. Well, you would probably know her as Tyler.
Yes. Yes, I do. Can I-
She's interested in talking to you sometime tonight if you have time.
At the moment, I'm in a mission for Mr. Capone, but after it, I would be more than glad.
Okay, well, get back to us when you've got time then.
Yes, I am sorry. It just came up suddenly.
Very good then. All right, I suppose there's nothing we can do. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye. All right. So Vincenzi arrives, and you hear the car pull up behind the office, and you see him through the blinds. So this room has blinds, and it also has shutters, and it has drapes. It's like triple layers of protection.
We'll go out and meet him. Is it an empty alley? No one else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Carry the load out to back.
Well, Mr. Harrington, how you doing?
Probably shouldn't be smoking.
Oh,
Good evening,
well.
Vincenzi. We
Just
are carrying
look at this-
explosives right
Yeah.
now.
Oh fuck. Okay. He
Yeah.
flicks it into the corner and steps on it.
I
Okay,
will,
so what are we doing?
I'll toss him my keys and say, go grab my car at the front.
Okay, well, here's my keys. You can load whatever you want in here. if you
No
want.
need. We're using mine.
Oh,
You're
you can-
parking here for the night.
Oh, okay. I'm parking here for the night. All right, fine, fair enough. By the way, Vincenzi's car, well, it's a taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah. and it's marked as a taxi too, just for your information. So keep that in
Yeah,
mind. All
That's
right.
fine. Is
No,
yeah,
just
I'm aware.
details, just details. Just for these guys too.
Oh, yeah. My goal is a taxi driver / ex-cop.
Right. One thing you would have noticed too, Lawrence, is he's got like, you know how people who are in the know have like radar finders and stuff in their car, so he can.
It's got
he
like
can-
extra aerials and stuff.
Right, and he's got like he can tune into the cop frequencies as well. He knows which channels they're on and stuff.
Is that your common sense hint to use his vehicle for the night?
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that that's what he's got.
All right.
Because I don't care. Okay, so you go and get your car. You bring it. He brings it round. Here you go. And by that time, you've got all the boxes outside ready to pack.
I'll show him the boot. So careful. We quite
Jesus,
stocked.
holy mother of God! Where the fuck did you get all this shit from?
From hers, her and her friends.
This is like Jen had all this shit.
Oh no, so I was gesturing towards Belladonna.
Oh,
Hi.
well, okay. Hi, yeah, sure. All right. So you got some interesting friends here, Lawrence.
I can hear you.
You were
I said you were interesting. I didn't say there was anything wrong with that. What's wrong with you all? Come on.
Excuse
you
me.
wanted to be involved in this life.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
If this car gets hit by anything, it's going to go up.
Yes. I think we should probably move the C4 somewhere.
You got C4 in here. Fuck me.
We probably don't need to take that. I mean, we could take it, explode some stuff.
What are you gonna do? I mean, what's the
It's an
job?
incendiary factory. Just blow it up.
Let's move it into the office.
Actually, we might need the C4, except I don't have explosive knowledge. Do you have explosive knowledge, any of you?
Is there
No.
a skill that explosives fall under, or is it
Demolitions,
firearms?
There is a specialist skill for it.
Okay.
I mean, it's C4.
Right, yeah.
Vincenzi's like, come on, it's C4. How hard can it be? You stick the thing in it and you light the fuse or some shit like that, right? Or
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Can't be that hard. Out of game, I think probably you can make it go, but whether or not you can make it be as effective as it should be is a different question. Like using it as a shape charge or something like that might be a bit trickier. You might not know how to do certain effects with it. But if you just wanted to use it as a blunt instrument, it probably uses more C4 than you would need to do the job that probably could have used a lot less.
We should probably offload, seeing as this is our hub now, offload what we're not using.
I think we should ask Horace if we can store it here. He might not like the idea of having such a thing here, but we can ask.
Sure.
Who's Horace?
The proprietor. You met him last night.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. That's Horace. Okay, sure. I didn't get his name.
Chess guy. Guy likes
you wanna-
chess.
Right. Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
go and
Another
ask
guy.
him, seeing he's a member of my clan.
Sure.
Good man.
Okay.
All right. While he does that, I will offload what we don't need while you sort yourself out with Horace Barry.
All right. So Barry, your chase goes through back to the main part of the bar, and Horace is there. And they're moving tables around, and he's still polishing things up. Turns around. Mr. Hamilton.
Yeah, Horace, I'm sorry to bother you, but well,
It's fine. What can I do for you? Is there something wrong?
We have some equipment that we'd like to store.
Well, that was quick, huh?
But this equipment is of a lethal nature.
I see.
Such as, and he writes it on a piece of paper, writes down what they have. such as this.
Wow.
And I was wondering, if you wouldn't want it stored here, could you suggest a place we could store it?
Well, how long are you thinking of storing it is the first question. And I also have to say to you, it's not the first time anybody's stored anything like this here. Your friend, the Archon Terrace, he stores stuff like that here all the time.
Yes, I'm unsure as to how long it will take us.
Well, okay. I mean, look, I would like to get it out of here as soon as you can. I don't want it to be here if the cops raid this place or something like that. I mean, yeah, I can get out of that. There's ways around that, but it's just paperwork and trouble, and nobody wants to talk to Prince Lotan if they don't have to.
Okay.
So sure, you can store your stuff here.
Thank you very much.
That's the short answer. Look, here's the key to the storeroom.
Okay.
If you can just use the shelves at the back on the left-hand side, that would be appreciated. Don't mix it up with anybody else's stuff.
That's great. Thank you very much.
I will be here and I'll keep it looked after and locked up. I'll probably go and check in it to make sure it is what you say it is, just so that you know I'm not a fool.
Of course. Of course. I never thought of you as a fool, and I never will.
Of course. But we have to have protocols.
Of course. Of course we do.
All right, here's the key.
He runs back up to you guys. We got the key. Come on. Let's get this stuff in here.
Okay, so short story long, you store the stuff that you don't want.
Yeah.
Any
So
particular idea what that stuff is going to be?
that was a question to the group. I've listed off what we've got. What do you reckon we don't need?
So what's on your list? 3 Glocks, 3 sawn-offs, 6 pounds of C4, 6 detonators, and remotes.
What's in the Glocks? What
remote.
ammo? What
Have you
ammo?
included the other stuff?
That's
15
everything I wrote
incendiary
down.
Grenades, 15 fragmentation grenades, 4
feel like we had
flashbangs,
more,
3 assault
but-
rifles. There
There was a crossbow.
There was a bunch of stuff that Gus got at some point that was from Terrace, but that must have just disappeared somewhere along the lines.
I have no clue about that. That's the stuff that Terrace gave me in that huge duffel bag I couldn't move into my car.
Oh, that was the stuff there? That was
Yeah.
all the stuff? Okay. All right, that's fair. All right, then.
I don't know, this doesn't seem that bad.
Okay, have the Glocks got incendiary rounds in them, or are they normal?
The Glocks, I think they've all got normal weapons, the normal bullets.
The only thing that had special ammo was the crossbow, I think, with the explosive tips.
The original crossbow, not the replacement one.
The
Oh,
replacement
okay.
one isn't
Sorry.
here either.
The assault rifles here
Where's
have these 3 assault rifles, these M16 carbines have, they've each got 3 clips. Each clip has 20 rounds. And every third round is an incendiary round.
Show them how you do the clips and stuff
Right. So
as far as putting them together goes. Give them a quick military.
you can give them a run through on how to use the assault rifles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So everyone gets, you're each going to get 2 experience points towards firearms with a specialty in assault rifles or M16s.
Okay. I show them how they can wear the stuff, ways of wearing the stuff, bullets and things like that.
Bandoliers.
All this sort of thing, how that works.
But you're using clips. You're
Yeah.
using magazines.
Yeah.
Clips and pockets, no bandoliers.
Okay.
No bandoliers.
So I show them what pockets, because you want to grab quickly what pockets they would use if there was any pockets and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm wearing a suit, and I think Bells has got a dress.
Yeah,
Do you have a
Does it have-
handbag, Bells?
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got the satchel thing.
So your satchel might have a few grenades and a couple of clips in it.
Oh God. Okay.
It's up to you how you want to deal with it. I'm just making a suggestion as to what seems obvious to me, but that
Yeah,
might
I
not be
take
what's
it-
obvious to you.
I'm going to store the Fury Tarot. in the in the storage area.
Okay, the
Yeah.
fairy tower. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All
Keep
right.
that safe.
All right. Cool. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yep.
I think I'll put like I don't know, 10 of each grenade in storage, and maybe 3 pounds of C4. That seems good enough.
Sounds good enough.
We'll take a little bit of C4
Yeah.
and the necessary things that go with it.
So out of the 6
Yeah.
pounds of C4, you're taking half of it.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
3 of the detonators.
Yeah.
Because we're planning to destabilize a weapons factory, right?
Right.
Unless we
So
want to use the weapons for, we could give them to Loden.
did he want us to blow it up or just clear the place out?
You didn't.
Of
These were the questions that you had a
Honestly,
chance
I think
to
we
ask.
should just clear it out. They only mentioned people, so
Okay.
yeah, I think we should clear it out. We shouldn't explode it because Loden
Okay,
will
so
probably
we'll
want
leave
it.
all the C4 behind
Okay, leave the C4 behind.
and just bring guns and
And nades.
a couple grenades.
I mean, you never know, right? So,
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna be driving your car, and you're gonna be. Is that what's going on? I mean, or am I not coming? Or what do you want to do?
No, you're coming. We wanted to ask if you wanted to join us. You have experience with being a cop.
Okay, well, here's my thoughts on this. Is tell me again what the mission is, okay? Make it clear, because I need to.
There you go.
Okay, blood. All right. Okay, so
he vomits on him.
all right. I think that I should bring my car separately. I think that I should have some backup weapons in my car, just in case some shit happens to your car. And if I need to use them, or if you need to get to me, then if you've run out of ammunition or whatever the fuck, I've got a backup stash, right?
We are working. Oh no, actually no. Never mind. Carry on. You're good.
So we put some of the weapons in my car, some of the weapons in your car. Then you don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? Now, on the other hand, I think like you're going to drive up to the place in your car and do whatever it is that you do. You're breaking an entry and checking the place out and finding people and doing whatever vampires do. But if you need to get away, I can be like a block away. I can be parked up like a block away, right? So you can what you do is you write a text message, but you don't send it. You have it sitting there saved, and if you need to, you pop it to me, right? And I'll come to you as fast as I can. Something like that. How does that sound?
Sounds
Sure. Yeah.
And now that you got all the shit stored, I'm having a cigarette. So he takes out a cigarette and he lights it. Stand back. So
good. Okay.
Okay, so I'll bring my car. Also, I got scanners and police radios and shit in my car, so I can keep an ear out to see if anybody's coming, anybody that's going to get in the way of anything, right?
Sounds good.
So I'll tell you if I hear something. Keep your phones ready to go in case I need to call you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Anything else? I don't know. That's what I think. That's just what I think.
I'm gonna text Zora, just saying what we're gonna get up to, and also steer clear of this location, the location that we're going to.
I will also text Jimmy and tell him what's going on.
Okay. What are you telling them on these text messages?
Basically telling him that we've been assigned, and he used all the military terms that a military man would use, because Jimmy understands them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm just gonna say to steer clear of this area.
Okay.
Shit's
All right.
gonna go down.
Shit's gonna go down. Okay, very good. All right. So you're gonna drive your car. I'm gonna drive my car, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And as you're driving,
Perception.
Lawrence, your phone rings.
Let me answer that for
yeah, I was
you.
gonna say
Okay.
I'll hand my phone to Bella.
Thank you.
Donna.
I answer. Lawrence's receptionist speaking. How may I help you?
This
Yeah.
is one of the guys that you probably met earlier this evening. I'm not going to tell you my name because this is a public call.
Right.
It's my phone number written on a bathroom stall somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's got it.
Right. It's like, you guys on your way?
We are.
Excellent. Okay. Well, we're going to make our incursion at 11 o'clock. That's when we're going to start. That's when we're going to hit the place.
Do you want us to
So,
start then
We're
as well?
thinking that simultaneous hits might be give everybody less time to react. So yeah, hit the place at 11.
Okay. Hit the place at 11.
All right.
what is the time now?
It's 9:47 p.m. and
Takes like what, an hour to get there?
Yeah,
Okay.
Is there anything else?
that's it.
Cool.
Click.
Yeah. I'll
All right.
I'll message Vincenzi that's the time that we're starting this
Right.
as well.
Vincenzi messages you back. He says, "We need to get you guys a radio in your car so we can talk."
Okay.
Sure, I'll just jump on
Smiley
Evo.
face.
Right. Okay, so you're driving to Gary. Just anything else you want to talk about on the way to Gary?
Excuse me, Russell. I
Yes.
need to know something.
Hmm.
Do I know that they use people that have shadow powers and people that
You
know,
have
that kind of
some
stuff?
awareness of this, yes. You don't know what
Okay.
those powers are exactly, but you have an awareness that is possible. What you know in your time is that there seems to be two main groups that lead this about. So, in fact, let's say there's three groups. There's the La Sombra, who you're not sure whether you even know the name La Sombra. You've heard it bandied around, but you think the La Sombra are the ones that are involved with shadow powers. There's some other one with some freaky sounding Polish or Czech name, Zamitzi or something that sounds like that.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that make the freaky flesh crafted stuff.
Okay.
And then you get like members of every normal clan who have just changed sides, and they call them anti-tribu, which is like anti-tribe or opposite tribe. So that's what you know. There's like so for example, there might be anti-tribu Malkavians, anti-tribu Gangrel.
Okay. I give them a rundown on it on the way there.
Oh, please do.
Now, this is a rundown on what we might face. There are some dudes called the Samisi. They're the ones that made. Didn't you? He was told about that creature.
You were. Yeah.
They're the ones that made that creature that you saw. There may be lots of other creatures that they've got of different kinds. I don't know. I've just seen some weird shit. And there is the La Sombra, and I've been told, deal in the shadows, literally. I don't know how that works, but
Charlie and Joe, can you both make perception and empathy checks on Chase as he has this conversation, as he talks? Keep talking, Barry.
3.
Yes, they deal in the shadows. Literally, they can come at you from out of the shadows. I've heard. Don't know how they do it. I haven't got a clue. And there are anti-tribunes, and the anti-tribunes will be like Malkavian anti-tribunes or any other clan anti-tribune type.
So what you can
Okay.
tell from your checks is that Chase is clearly fucking scared. Like, these guys terrify him.
High level Sabat.
Some of them are high level and some of them are not so high level, just like our lot. But they're anti-tribune and they mix their abilities, so don't expect a Toreador just to have a Toreador's powers. They can have other powers as well.
The other thing, Barry, is that you were aware in your time that you've they don't have the same sorts of rules about making vampires. They will make a lot of vampires very quickly and then just throw them at their enemy.
Yeah.
Same with
What is this,
ghouls.
Twilight Eclipse?
They have this habit of, you know how we have to ask permission to make vampires or anything like that. They just do it. They do it very quickly, and they use them as cannon fodder.
Are they still as flammable as we are?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Indeed, they are as flammable.
That's reassuring, at least.
The other thing is that they tend to be like quite high generation. Certainly the cannon fodder. They're not going to make low generation cannon fodder.
Tend to be high generation cannon fodder, not low.
What number range would be a high generation?
Anything like 9, 10, 11, 12, even 13.
Anything,
Okay.
yeah. Anything from 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe even 13.
All right. Thank you for that, Chase.
XP for parroting.
Nice.
Thank you for the parroting.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm the little voice in your head.
Yes, I even dream about things that.
Right. Okay, so you cross the line out of Chicago, and you go across this estuary, and there's a bridge, this long bridge that basically, you know, when you cross that bridge, you've left Chicago and you've entered Gary. There's really very little else to differentiate the difference between the two, other than a big billboard that's kind of half hanging off its posts that says "Welcome to Gary," and it's the paint is, you know, the paper is peeling back on it, the edges of it. It's very old and looks like it's been there for like a decade or so. So something about City of Industry underneath it, but that's barely readable now, barely legible. And out ahead of you now, as you come down into Gary from the Chicago Heights hills, you can see a splattering of lights, nowhere near as many lights as Chicago behind you. You can still see the Sears Tower in the far distance. It's like when you're coming down the Bombay Hills and you can see the Sky Tower behind you, or in front of you rather, you know, it's kind of like that. But down the other side of the Bombay is essentially, that's kind of what you're looking at, but it's, there's a splattering of lights. And far to the left, you can see the shoreline where there's a little bit more industry and lighting and what have you. In any case, you're not going that direction. You're going to the far side of Gary and inland to what you've heard referred to as the Badlands.
Spooky.
Okay. Ooh.
You start going through, you get off the freeway and you start going through this area where there's lots of broken down warehouses and factories, and you can see big looming chimneys and large, massive structures in the dark. The street lights are all basically out at this point. And there's no houses. You don't see any people at all. And yeah.
Find the address?
Yeah, you find the address, and it looks like a big old factory with 3 huge fucking square chimneys rising up. Each of them must be 50 meters in the air.
Is there an active looking factory? Is there lights on?
There's no lights on. There are fences around the outside.
Around the outside?
Yeah, there's a fence running around the perimeter, like a.
I was hoping you'd
Yeah,
reply
yeah,
around
yeah.
the outside.
Around the outside. Sorry.
Have you pulled up in front of the factory?
At this point, I'm saying that you're just driving around the perimeter, but that's because
yeah,
I
so
didn't want to make a decision for you.
we'll drive around and get a look. Belle, can you see anything?
Perception, alertness.
Okay. Is it dark? Is it all dark, no lights?
Yeah.
Okay. Red eyes. Wah.
Wom.
It's gonna cost me a blood point. That's fine. Perception, alertness.
Yep.
3.
I didn't realize it was going to cost you a blood point. Mubby.
That's fine.
3 successes.
Look at my eyes. They're all red.
Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. Not around my eyes. Look at my eyes.
Not around the eyes, not around the eyes, looking at my eyes.
Yeah. Okay, so you got 3 successes on your perception alertness. Is that right?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. You can smell chemicals coming through the window. Have you got the window open, or you got it closed at this point?
I might just have it open a little.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
not
can
all the way
smell.
down.
You can smell this distinct smell of chemicals, a number of different chemicals. Hard to differentiate them all at this point. Many of them you're unfamiliar with, but they smell terrible. And as you're glancing about, you think you see movement in the shadows walking around the outside of that factory.
It's a tumbleweed.
That was disturbing.
That's awesome. I think I see something over there. You're
What do you
driving. I don't know.
At this
It's
point,
shadow.
What obfuscation do I have?
obfuscation. What level of obfuscate? That's an excellent question, and I'm so glad you asked. I shall tell you momentarily. Mr. Hamilton, your obfuscate is level 1.
No.
Womp womp.
So you need to stand very still in order to obfuscate. And it helps if you're hiding behind an object.
Are there cars parked out front and whatnot?
Yeah, I know.
There are 2 cars on this street. One of them is rusted to bits, and the other one is up on blocks.
Okay. So won't worry about those.
You have to pump blood to obfuscate, don't you?
No, do not believe so.
I can go and have a sneaky look and get closer, try to get closer.
So you want to stealth up to the place? I mean, you're still
Yes.
driving. At this point, you're still driving around in a circle.
No, I'm talking about it in the car with them.
Yeah.
I can stealth up closer once we get there and try and see what's going on and then tell you to.
What are your capabilities, Chase? What are you able to do?
Well, I can obfuscate. Now, it's not I can't move and obfuscate, but I can move to a place, then obfuscate, stand still and watch the situation and let you know what's going on with a whisper in my phone.
You should lean back a bit. You're like all obfuscated. There you go.
I'm just trying to get you into the mood. Yeah. Okay. So I can do that. I can go to a situation, obfuscate, stand there and watch the situation and pass it on to you.
I see.
Okay. And I can dominate, can't I?
Yep, you've got dominate level 2 and Auspex level 2.
I have dominate.
It's enough to give someone a fairly complicated
Mesmerize.
command.
Yeah, I can mesmerize somebody, and I have.
You can read their auras.
I can read auras. I can tell you whether they're.
Same as me.
Yeah. I don't know how useful that's going to be.
You two
Main
are the
character
more
talking. Don't waste your role playing time.
I've got Auspex 2 and Dominate 2 as well. But my new Thaumaturgy trick will be less stealthy than your 2 tricks.
Okay, so
Charlie can turn into a bat. So
okay,
I don't want to. It might be more stealthier, but I don't want to make her use all her blood points.
Yeah, that's a good point. See, when I obfuscate, even though it's only the stand there one, I don't have to use blood to do it. So yeah. I'm really not much use, he says.
It might be better if we do get Yeah, if we do get Charlie to turn into a bat, get closer. It's what we did when we were checking out the Drake Hotel.
Did that work for you?
Yeah, to an extent, it worked.
Oh, now Charlie's obfuscating.
Did you check for cameras? I imagine you did.
She flew around mainly the upper floors, trying to see in, because we're trying to see in the upper floor, the highest floor, and got spotted by, I believe now, Philippe with binoculars, was it? Because he said he had glasses on, didn't he?
He did have glasses, but that's not the same as binoculars.
No, glasses and binoculars.
Right. Yes, that's true. Yes. That is true. It's an educated guess. You're probably correct.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know.
What's the time?
The time is hitting at 11. I'm going to say it's 20 past 10.
Ooh, okay.
20 past 10. It took us 30 minutes to get here.
You drove fast and there was no traffic.
Okay. Is Vincenzi nearby? Has he been tailing us, or is he?
Yeah. He's been tailing you, but I think as you approach the place itself, he will have hung back so that they know if there's any sentries, they wouldn't have seen him. He's not come into visual range of the building.
Should
Okay.
I
So-
But I'm
scout?
looking for sentries and stuff like that.
Should I do some scouting?
I was going to suggest that, but I didn't want to ask you to consume your
It's
energy.
okay. I won't have a freak out if you ask me to do something.
No, I just didn't want you to use all
That's
your
fine.
abilities before we got into a fight.
I'll keep my eyes on, and I'll go in bat form.
Well,
Well, okay, I won't go in bat form yet. Hold on. What?
try
You start taking off your clothes to
try
go into
and
platform.
hide in the shadows. Try hide in the shadows
off
as
my
much
boots.
as you can.
Okay, I'll try. Sorry. Whoosh.
You could get out of the car before you get your naked ass all over my leather.
Deal with it.
There's like a butt print on the leather.
We don't perspire, so that's not an issue. Anyway.
Yeah,
Still be dusty.
yeah, dusty old butt print.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Yep, I'll spend another blood point and become a bat. Squeak, squeak.
Actually, interestingly enough, well, I don't know. The car, I suppose, makes some heat, but I was thinking, like, when you get in a car and it's quite cold, and if you're a vampire, you don't produce any body heat.
Yeah.
So the car remains cold. There's that kind of slight moisture that just clings to all the surfaces that doesn't actually change because you're not producing any heat yourselves. But I suppose the car produces heat. So yeah.
We're not breathing, are we? We don't have to breathe.
You don't have to breathe.
So
You breathe in order to talk. When you talk, you have to breathe.
This is important in as far as we're going to die in about 10 seconds from now.
All right.
Anyway, I'm a bat. Oh, I shift into a bat.
All right. Before
Away.
you all do this too, I get everyone to make perception and security checks.
Yeah, so I'll text Vincenzi to hang back out of sight for now.
1.
1,
3
okay. 3.
with heightened senses.
It's a security check.
Yeah.
I don't know
Perception.
what that's going to be doing. Keep an eye out for cameras. I don't know.
I suppose.
Okay, and 1 success for Chase. Okay, so we got a 1, a 3, and a 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so those of you that got 1 success, you believe that there are, in fact, having driven around this block at least once, you think there are people walking in the dark quietly just around the perimeter inside between the fence and the wall of the factory itself. You think there's at least 3 of them, but they're all in different places. Like they're not together. They're not even within line of sight of each other. And they're just kind of walking around the factory pretty casually. They don't seem to be in any rush or anything like that. Joe, with your third success, your 3 successes, you can just make out what might be a video camera clunked on the side of the building, looking down on a loading bay. At the back of the building, there's a big loading bay where big chemical trucks. In fact, you know what? There are 2 big chemical trucks parked there, but they are. I mean, in order to see them, you have to be pretty close to that side of the building. You couldn't see them from the other 2 sides, obviously.
All right, I'll just let the others know about what I saw,
Okay.
and then
I'm
watch
about-
Bells fly off.
Oh,
Okay, so
someone opened the
Bells-
window.
She's trying to get out the window, Lawrence. Stand there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right, so you fly out, and I take it you're flying towards the factory over the fence. You get to the fence. All right. Then the
Yes.
fence has got barbed wire on the top of it. There's 3 rungs of barbed wire at the top of a galvanized metal fence.
Mhm.
So you fly over that.
Yes, I do.
Do you retain your red eyes in bat form?
Yes, they are red.
Unless I turn them off.
Yeah.
There.
But you're staying with them for the moment.
Yeah. Yep. I know, dangerous, but
All right. And you're staying quite. Are you? What? Tell me how many meters up you are.
sure. I don't know, but I'll go quite high.
Or
So-
stories, whatever frame of reference you want to give me. I don't mind, but
I'll go up close to like the height of the towers, the square tower things.
right. So you're
The
quite high
chimneys.
up.
Yeah, I'll start with that high.
Wow. Okay. So very high. Okay.
Yeah, I'll start with that, and then work my way down.
I do have a question for
We'll start
Google.
up at Tower of Orthanc and then just work our way down.
Right. Okay. Right, no problem. You fly up that high. You can basically fly up to about 1,500 meters. So that's quite a long way up.
Nice. Not gonna go.
Bats tend to use pockets of rising air at nighttime, and so yeah, there's a certain amount of heat coming off the concrete, still radiating from earlier in the day. Even at this time of night, it's taken this long. And so you rise up over the top of the factory, and looking down, you can make a perception and alertness check, or a perception and investigation check.
Okay. That's weird. I picked finance by accident, which would be hilarious. 2.
Yes.
All right. So now,
Finance.
besides the 2 figures, sorry, the 3 that you see walking around the place, you see another 2 figures on the very roof of the factory.
Okay.
And these 2 are actually standing next to each other, leaning over the side. You see the embers of a cigarette glow from a distance. With your gleam of red eyes, you can see that both of them have got rifles slung over their shoulders.
Okay, rifles. All right.
There's like a rectangular building on top, or a structure on top of the building, that has a door that allows them to enter the building. It's not very big. It's just big enough for a stairwell, you suspect.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'll go a bit lower,
All right.
but keep a distance.
Yep. So you're still above them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're below the height of the top of the highest chimneys. Okay. And so you're weaving around between the chimneys, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right.
Fun.
Fun.
Yeah, do a barrel roll.
Wheeling about. Okay. And what are you doing? You're just watching and listening.
Yep, keeping an eye out for, I don't know if there's any more people, if they're up to shifty business on the outside.
The outside is very quiet, but from your position now, you can see that there are some vehicles parked behind a stone wall that is not visible. You wouldn't have been able to see it from, like, you can see the outside of the wall from the street, but you wouldn't have known what was behind it. And at this point, you can see a concrete wall, not stone. There are a number of vehicles. There's about 6 vehicles here. One of them is a black van. 2 of them are cars. There's a Jeep, a couple of motorcycles.
Excellent. That's interesting, actually. Okay, I'll keep looking for a little bit longer. Try and see if there's anything else of interest, but that is incredibly interesting.
Okay, and there's an entrance down that way, and when you fly down that way, can you make me a wits and security check?
It's security. Where are you, security? Oh yeah. Nope.
Security is hiding.
Nope.
No? Okay, never mind then. All right, there you go. That's what you get. That's what you gather from your
Okay.
flybys.
I will go back to the dudes.
All right, back to these dudes.
Yep.
Back to the car. Okay.
Well, I'll land on the roof and then just like peek my head down into the through
Right.
the windscreen.
In the meantime,
not
these
the-
guys
the-
are caught up
over
in a
it.
big conversation about that episode of Supernatural that was on TV, and they missed the
In
whole.
6 years, sure.
Right.
But yeah, I'll open the window, get her in.
And so she comes back in, and
I bet sign language.
You're staying as a bet.
This bet sign language. Oh, so like, squeak, squeak.
Does
the bat
my
raises up one wing.
does my linguistics allow me to translate bet?
I don't think so. Does anyone
Okay.
have?
Bells, what are you doing? Are you transforming back?
Fine, I'll start to transform back.
All right.
Ugh.
Here's your address.
Thank you. All right. Well, what I was trying to say is that there were two guys on the roof. There's a stairwell. Well, a room is probably a stairwell down. There's a whole bunch of cars out back, which I thought maybe we could booby trap or something. It's over a concrete wall.
Have you got a pencil and paper?
Yeah, probably. Hold on. Pasta grenades. And here you go.
Oops! Knocked the pin out.
Ah.
All right.
New campaign, sweet.
Let's say this square is the fence. Now from here, and he passes the pencil and paper. Show us where everything is.
I'll try and map as best
I'll
as one person
drive
can.
back around the corner and park behind Vincenzo.
Right.
What do I need to make to try and draw a map?
Try and draw a map. Well,
Hmm.
what we're going to do is
That would be dexterity and expression.
hold on. It will be dexterity and expression, but more importantly, it's going to be.
There's a map. There's a map.
No, don't get so carried away. There's a blank map. Go over there. Okay, so I'll give you a lay of the land.
Can I have a lay of the land too?
Yep, I guess so. That's very dodgy because if I open up my share screen,
Leave it.
actually one of you could share screen to him. That would
I'm a
work.
pass on that. It's complicated.
Yeah.
What does
all-
that mean?
All of Charlie's porn is on the screen.
That means I've got like 5 different screens out. Well, I've got a lot of tabs open.
Oh yeah.
I do.
Uh-huh.
I do. Actually, not as much as
Oh, damn it.
not as much as you.
Bunch of tabs open my butt.
For me, anything that's 2 or more is a lot.
Wow.
And I can't handle it.
You guys are wusses when it comes to tabs. I've
do you
right
mean?
now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tabs open,
Yeah.
not including, and you should see me when I'm streaming, dude. Oh my God.
I had like 25 open like
Right.
6 hours ago.
I think I should sort your lives out.
I have everybody's character sheet in D&D Beyond, plus everybody's canon sheet in
What?
D&D Beyond.
Why have you got everyone's character sheet open? That's just extra work for yourself. Make them tell you what they've got.
Well, I like to be able to look at their character sheets, and then I can judge what to throw at them from time to time. It's quite
Maybe
useful.
you should form a spreadsheet.
And I also have like 6 spreadsheets open at any given time too.
Okay.
So there's that. Anyway, that's not the point. Okay, so this is the general layout of the building. On the top of the building, there is, oops, that's not what I meant to draw. Oh my God, fucking hell. Trying to get the color and the shape at the same time. Okay, that's the location of the entrance, the egress. I will use a different color for the chimneys, which will make them purple. 1, 2. They're a bit different sizes, but oh well, you get the gist. Approximations. Okay, but the height differential between the main large block and the other block is about 2 floors. The building itself, the main building is 3, 4 floors high. The top 2 floors have got windows high in them. Those windows look to be in the various states of repair. Some of them are broken, some of them are just dirty and covered over. Some of them are okay, but probably 80% of them are okay, and there's about 20% of them that look either smashed or just missing entirely. Some of them are covered with cloth. Can you see this stuff, Barry?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, and the vehicle area I will put in orange. Is here. The main way in and out. I will. Yep.
So I thought we could maybe put C4 on the cars or something. And then when it hits 11 o'clock, we could blow them all up. Or maybe put like this.
We didn't bring the C4.
We took half of it.
We decided to leave the explosives behind, remember? Just the guns and the grenades.
I thought it was like half of it because that's what Barry said. So yeah.
I suggested half, and then you said don't blow up the factory, just kill the people, and then I
We'll just put grenades.
We
in
can
the
say
cars,
we
it's
brought.
fine.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Easy. Just throw grenades at them. It's easier.
Grenades. If I was in platform, I could try and drop him. Actually, no, it's too hard. Too hard basket.
Did anyone bring some sugar? We can just pour that down their petrol tanks.
That's not the first time that's been suggested.
Yeah.
Also put dirt in a tank. That'll bugger it up too.
Okay, now let's see if this works. This is the perimeter of the fence. Something like that. It's a bit straighter than that. Probably could have used a square, I suppose, if I wanted to be clever, but never mind. And
This bit would be not so good, so that's
yeah. That's a gate.
We'll have to come up with a strategy for next week.
Right. Right. So there you go. That's your factory from the outside.
So what, over here is where Vincenzi is hiding?
I'm thinking Vincenzi's even further back than that. I'm thinking he's like a whole street
no,
back from
I
there.
meant down this road.
Sure. Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah.
Right, well, I'll chuck us down there then.
Okay. That makes sense.
Ah!
Yeah. Really don't like the idea of bringing a gun. I can use my claws. Oh, no, not yet. I won't bring them out yet, but we can cut, if there's any wire fences, I can cut through that.
That is true.
You were given a replacement crossbow, weren't you?
Yes, but I left it at the farm because I would have to. I think Jackie mentioned he would set it up for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not going to use a weapon? A firearm?
I don't really like the idea. I might take like a small gun.
Tools are good for close combat, but you need something for distance.
Just writing you a message, Russell.
Writing me a message in Zoom.
Yep.
Okay.
Where on the roof are the men? You see, there were 2 men on the roof. Where are they? Where did she see them?
The two on the roof. Where did she see them?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
You know what, Bells?
some-
If you're uncomfortable with the guns, you don't have to use them.
I probably wouldn't end up using it, the small one I'm gonna be taking anyway, but it's there if I need it.
How about grenades? You okay with those?
Maybe I'll just leave those to you. Oh, actually, no, I have some in my bag.
There's a problem with grenades. You have to make up a certain distance before you throw them because you don't want to be where they go kaboom.
Chances are,
Do you want
I
to
guess-
leave them with us? And
yeah, if I get fired at, then it's probably best if my bag doesn't set them off or anything. I don't know. I don't know how grenades work. Take them.
Okay, let me explain grenades to you. All right, say you're in a hallway and you know the bad guys are up there and you don't want to meet them head on. You you pull out that pin, see this pin here? And you
Like
roll
this?
it
No, I'm
up
just
the
kidding.
hallway. You roll it up the hallway and then you give it, was it 5 seconds? I can't remember, Barry can't
3
remember.
seconds, my lord.
3 seconds, thank you. 3 seconds.
Thou shalt not count to 4.
Thou
Right.
shalt not count to 4 or any other number.
4 is too much and 5 is right out.
Yes, it will blow up. All right.
Once thou reachest
3
2, thou shalt continue on to
seconds.
3.
Yes. Oh, shit.
And if you can, throw it a little early before it reaches the 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I don't feel comfortable taking them.
It's okay. You don't have to. I'll
But the thing is,
get you to pass me your whatever grenades you've got in your
Yes.
purse.
the thing is, your claws, what do they do?
A lot of hurdies.
Okay, but if there's a lot of them and they've got guns, their bullets will reach you before your claws can get to them unless you can go real fast. Can
Well,
you?
that's what you're there for, right?
Would you like to? How?
It would be hard to have claws and shoot a weapon at the same time.
Incidentally, characters not to scale.
The
You said there
Yeah.
were 2 men on the roof.
Those are some chunky boys.
Yeah, they're fat guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps
So
you
I'm
wanna.
assuming we're going in together as a unit together. Are we?
It's
Yeah.
now 37 minutes past 10.
I mean, why not?
We should probably. So, is it one man that was circling? So
Three. There's
three men, but like solo, like
each one is a yeah. Each of those guards on those 3 points are an army of one.
and there was just the one video camera that was over the loading dock.
Only one that you've seen.
Okay. I'm thinking, Bells, you fly onto the roof, and you've got those 2 guards there with your claws. You think you can take them on?
I feel like maybe being a bat once more is a waste of blood. Maybe I could climb up it as a wolf.
You can turn into a wolf.
You don't think you could climb that wall as a wolf?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you can climb. I was just saying, like, just a way of getting up there.
Did it have a fire escape?
No,
That
Ladder?
would be very unusual.
not that you've seen.
Oh, it must have fallen down.
You've seen ladders on the side of the chimneys, though, but they don't even start at the bottom. They start like 30 feet up in the air. Like you'd have to bring a ladder to get to the ladder.
Can you get your claws in the wall, climb up like that?
That's possible. You would definitely have advantages to climbing checks if you used your wolf claws, climbing even in concrete, because they go straight in.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's give that
All
a
right.
shot, eh?
I suggest we go to the back and wait for a patrol to pass, get through, wait for the next one, kill them, or disable. Question. Whatever.
I can tell whether they're human or vampire.
Right. So do you? You from the car, I mean, you guys have moved back away from the factory at this point.
Yeah, we're
as
sitting
I'm seeing.
behind Vincenzi.
Right. Okay. So you can't really see the people now. You're just talking about what you have seen.
Could of the people I saw, could I have auspexed?
Auspex them? Yeah, why not? Okay.
Because he was driving. And that's dangerous.
It was just a
Well, you did get a chance to look in that direction, so we'll give you a shot at it.
no, stop
Spoiler,
looking.
spoiler.
Ah!
Stop looking, close your eyes.
What's auspex? It's I've got the stuff over here. Ha ha ha.
You can make your
perception empathy.
character sheet pop out from the game too. You probably know that.
4 and 3, I think. 2. There you go. I'll roll my dice over here.
All right, then.
And this is the DC is only 8 for mesmerizing, right?
DC is 8 for all specs too, I think, for this.
Charlie?
It doesn't trust the DM.
Shouldn't you
No, it is difficult. It is difficult. I have other shit to learn. This is.
That's a you problem.
I looked at your.
I'm joking around. I'm joking.
You've got your character sheet has got all the little copy and
I know. I
pastes
wrote
of all
it
your
down so I could
systems.
refer to it and not have to remember it.
Right.
Because I have other shit to remember.
That's how I do mine.
So refer to it, bitches.
I did. It's a difficulty 8, so we've got a 10.
So when I said I think it's 8, I was right.
Yeah.
Okay, a 10. The rest are below 6, but no ones.
All right. So the first ghoul, the first guard is a vampire.
Oh, okay. I relay this information.
Okay. You want to make another check on the next one as you drive around in a circle?
3 10s.
Fuck. He's a vampire. He is high and he is pumped.
So eager to get into something.
Yeah.
Okay.
based on your perception, you would say he's on like PCP or something like.
Oh, jeez. All right. Don't go near that one. Probably says
The
What are you
last,
talking about? We're killing them.
the last one.
last one. Oh, that's cocked. A 9 and a 10 and a 10.
Okay, a vampire, also high. Not as eager as the last one, but still pretty pumped.
That's all 3 patrolmen.
Yeah, all vampires.
They're all vampires. What's the range on my path? Is there?
On
Do
your
I-
path.
It doesn't say in the text.
Doesn't
so
say in the text. Doesn't say a range. How very interesting.
I'll double check.
Yeah, you'll have to relay to me exactly what the power is in chat too, I think.
Within line of sight. That's
There
all
you
it
go.
says.
All right, line of sight. There's no range.
Perfect. Well,
Have you gathered all the information that you want at this point? Because I'm going to stop the game before we get into any action.
yeah. Team, are we satisfied?
Yeah, I think so. These guys will be easy.
Oh, funny. Mm.
Cool
Have
story.
you not played other games with Russell before? Weren't you that girl? mm, yeah. Yeah.
What
okay.
are you gonna end up doing? Like, okay, what's the game plan to get into it?
Go. I'm saying we'll go around the back
Yeah,
and then start there.
right. What are you guys
And
gonna
then-
do?
I
So
wonder, the fence might be electrified. I wouldn't imagine it is, but it might be.
did it seem electrified?
You didn't get close enough to try to find out.
It didn't
Okay.
have any signs on it saying.
There were signs hanging on it, but you didn't really look at them. You were driving past in a car and you weren't looking for that.
Okay.
In any case, they were old and rusted and you probably couldn't read them anyway.
Was there any other entrances aside from the loading dock?
Yes. Yes. One moment, please. What color should we do entrances in? How about bright green? So we're going to do a
If I
bright
do-
green there.
If I do go bat form, then for one,
Does
I'll
it
be
cost you to
assisted.
go to bring out your to go Wolverine?
Yeah. All protein skills.
Okay.
So I
Um,
would be using
well,
2 in this case.
Yeah, I'd prefer you just use the 1. So you could.
I don't mind using the 2. Like going on top is a interesting idea. I could just go and
Yeah.
shoot 'em.
In my head, you were flying up, and then
I'll be a bat with like sharp claws, and then I'll just attack him with a bat.
they're just going to turn around and see a naked woman with claws just scratching at them.
That's fine. They'll love it.
I mean, that's
it.
distraction enough.
Do we know if they're vampires? Because if they're vampires, it's going to be a little hard.
The ones on the roof.
Yeah.
If the ones on the ground are vampires, the ones on the roof are probably vampires. It's safe to bet. Lawrence would say.
Were
Sounds
they
alright.
big?
Else?
I don't know.
They didn't look especially bigger than anybody else, but all of the people are, they look like military. Actually, you know what? Do they really look like military? Okay. This one, oops, wrong. Give me my ping. This one over here is very big and scary, and which that makes sense because they were high as fuck on PCP. This guy here, not as big, but also pretty
Still high.
scary. Yeah. Incidentally, that one at the top, as far as body size and weight and kind of physical fitness is concerned, I rolled a 10. So he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is a muscle-bound, testosterone-ridden
The
Chad.
one, the
He's-
one buff henchman
Right.
with the ponytail.
Right.
By
This
the way-
guy down here is a 5. Right. This guy's a 5 physically. This one is a weed. He's a 1, literally a 1. He's like a skinny little runt.
The two
Um,
guys on the roof, by the way, they have assault rifles.
In fact, you know what? The one,
They all did, didn't they?
you know what, Charlie, one of the ones on the roof, because you were above them, right? You
Mhm.
didn't really get down amongst them. There was something, they look quite small. There was something funny about them. It seemed odd. Your night vision it sort of distorts the image somewhat too.
They're dwarves.
Was there maybe like a third person or something?
And the one next to them
Oh.
is huge, like a 10 huge. So you've got a really big dude and a really small person next to them.
Diversifying.
There is a possibility that they may be armored up through unnormal means.
Out of game.
Yeah.
How long does it take for a vampire to catch fire and then be engulfed in the flames?
Depends how much damage the fire does. Basically, it could take anywhere from 6 seconds to 30 seconds.
Okay. And the incendiary grenades, are they? I mean, is
Incendiary
it just like
right? An incendiary grenade is going to be probably fairly quick. It's going to be like the closer to the 6-second end of that scale.
okay? And they're definitely going to scream if they catch on fire.
Yeah, they'll have a chance to scream most likely.
The Samisi, they do bodycraft, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, they could bodycraft these vampires. I don't know they have, but they could.
Well, we'll have to find out next week.
Yeah.
You might have 2 claws, but they might have 4.
So, how about we take a screenshot of this map and stick it in the Discord so that you have something to talk about during the week?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. I think I can do this. I think I can. Let me do this. Poof.
I mean, it
Okay.
should still be up here as well.
Up where?
I mean,
Like,
if you leave it on the page, we can get into Roll20 and see it as well.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I can email it to Barry as well because he's not on Roll20
Or Discord.
or Discord for that matter. Yeah. So I'll email it to him.
All right.
so what's the XP damage?
XP damage.
Yeah.
Make me an argument.
How did my private message go? Did I achieve my goal?
Your private message. No. Yes, you did.
Oh, well,
Perfect.
I've only rolled like, oh no, I've rolled like 4 times. Okay. 5 times, sorry.
Yeah.
Just thinking back on what we've done.
It's a lot of talking.
A lot of talking. A
We
lot of
did, we
role-playing.
talked about, we did talk about firearms. We got points for that.
Well, you all turned up, so there's an XP. You did great role playing. There's an XP, so there's 2 to start with. You got some firearms XP specifically earlier, so there's that. You haven't really done any action at this point, but you're doing a bit of scouting, and it's we'll stick with 2 plus that firearms.
I think that's pretty good.
Otherwise,
It's a good haul.
we have to leave room for those days where you actually do a whole bunch of stuff and everything is
But last week we got 3.
Yeah. And now you shall get none.
Yep. You can give it, you can take it away.
Yep.
So just be careful what you say.
Yeah.
Or anger the beast.
You go down a level. Wait, what?
Yeah.
All right.
Feel
Well,
good.
I forgot what I'm gonna do with them.
Cool
good
bananas.
stuff.
Thank you,
I don't
ladies and
know if I
gentlemen.
want firearms yet.
I'm going to stop our recording. So thank you all. Yeah.
Yeah, you could